Yeah, good evening, everyone, to the Blue Stand once again. Um, we're here for the Fulham Chelsea preview. We're going to do our prediction lineups and talk about the transfers. We have signed João Felix from Atletico. Um, yeah, good signing. It's only a loan signing. Yeah, unless we can keep him here. We're going to see how he goes. Yeah, let's just get in here. Hold on a second. Uh, yeah, so yeah, good signing. Um, so let's see what they can do now. This over. Is it Fulham tomorrow? Because so just in the comments. So, yeah, it won't be easy. Very hard game. Uh, yeah, big up to Bobby as always. Yeah, it won't be easy tomorrow. I'm not sure if João Felix can get the permit to play tomorrow. I don't think he will straight away. Probably be ready for the Palace game on Sunday, which we are home. Um, yeah, so I just want to see Graham Potter get tough, drop the players who are not performing, and bring on the youngsters. We have nothing to lose. We're out of nearly everything apart from the Champions League. So there's nothing to lose. Bring on the players. You've got four signings in. You should start playing them. Sure, yeah, like Fafana, Detro, Fafana. It should have a go. Um, and the rest of them, Bashiali, Santos. He could be, put him on the bench, give him some minutes. I mean, we have my team. I was thinking what I would do. Uh, all right, we can't play them all straight away. They just come in, but a certain players should be playing. Lewis Hall should be in the team. Chukwuemeka, Zakaria. These players should be in the team, and Ziyech should be up there. The problem is, Young. I don't think he's going to make it. He was injured. He was in training. He had a knock. Looks like up front will be Havertz, hopefully Ziyech. And who would you go with? Would you put Mason Mount or Gallagher? For me, I put. It's very hard. Can we leave Mason Mount out for the Fulham game? Uh, it's not just him who hasn't been performing. There's a lot of players. If I was, what I would do, me personally, I will pick the same team we had against City in the league. Before, apart from Pulisic and Sterling, who were injured, I would have Zakaria with cover, Lewis Hall, and Aspi on the other side. And Havertz, I think he has to play. We haven't got many strikers right now. Or we could try Fofana with Havertz. And we play Fofana, Havertz, and Ziyech. Something different. It's hard to tell what Potter's going to do. Yeah. So at least we have another signing. That's four together. Let's see what he can do. Can Graham Potter get it going now? We need to start winning. We don't expect much because the way we've been playing, we just don't expect anything anymore this season. For me, it doesn't matter what we do this season, where we finish. Potter has to get the summer window see what he can do pre-season. Get used to the players, get used to the new players. And let's see if he can make a team and come out next season and start winning. Because next season we have to be challenging. We can't have the same sort of season so far what we are having now. So it's very important for Polo to get it right. Otherwise, for me, is like I said always, I don't have a good feeling with Graham Potter. I hope I'm wrong because I don't want to keep sacking managers, but it doesn't feel good. Let's see what happens. We have the Champions League still, which we're in, but that won't be easy either. We got to play Dortmund away first, then at home. Let's see, can he turn it around? That's a big question now. Important games, Fulham away, um, Fulham away. Yes, so Fulham away, Palace home. Then we have Liverpool, the rearranged game. So no game is easy in the Premiership. And the Liverpool game is a 12:30 kickoff at Anfield, which makes things more difficult for us because, as you know, we don't normally play very well when it's early kickoffs. It's been a long time since we won from a 12:30 kickoff, so it's very hard. I'm hoping to be. I won't be at the Fulham game. I'll probably be at the Palace game on Sunday. Someone just sent me a ticket for that. So yeah, I'm waiting for the people who come in. Everyone's very late. Big up to the added podcast. Yeah, big up to you, my friend. And just as I'm waiting for the panelists, I don't know what's happened to them again. Everyone said they were coming, now they're not here. Let me just check on them. See if anyone. Yeah. So at the moment, it's just me. Let me just see where John said he's coming late. Okay. Sorry about these people. I'm just waiting for people to come in, but um, um, yeah. So his times are very tough at Chelsea right now. This was bound to happen after you get new owners, new manager. We just got a sporting director, so it's early days. It's early days yet, so we have to give it time. Yeah. See if there's anything in the comments. Nothing real. Nothing really. We're just waiting for the panelists to go. I don't know. We'll wait too long. Okay, we're going to have a 5-minute break and see if anyone comes on. I just have to set something up. Won't be long. I'll just go off camera for a while. Okay. Yeah. Yes, chaps. Just one minute. I've got some issues with my Wi-Fi here. 1 second. 5 minutes. Hi, Bobby.
Hey Nick, what's up?
Yeah, hi. Yeah, just everyone's a bit late. Well, we're doing the show. I've been talking about the Fulham game,
Okay.
Fulham game. What I think who should start, who shouldn't start, or the usual thing. And the good news, we have Joe Felix. We have Felix on a 1 year for now. We'll see what happens with that. Let me just sorry. Yeah, can you? Yeah, what's your thoughts on the game? I just have to do something. That's why I went off camera. Just
Oh
five
right,
minutes.
all right. Are you live? Are you?
Yeah, we're live. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Certified be
You were
here soon
talking
as
like
well.
we were
Yeah. Now I'm live. I was talking
backstage.
about the. Now we're live. Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
the Fulham game. I it's a funny game really because Potter has backed himself into a corner that he has to win this game, and he had to win the Man City game as well, but he didn't.
Yeah.
And he's got to do different things. The project has to start in earnest. You know, Vival and Winstanley are making moves in the transfer market, and unfortunately, he's not going to have bedding in time for players. He's just got to start throwing blood in them, throwing them on. I wouldn't be surprised to see Badia Shah. I hear Slonina is training hard.
Training. Yeah.
I think he may be on the bench. I wouldn't object to that. Fofana, will he start? I don't know. Know him, Potter. I suspect he'll put him on the bench. He says that Aubameyang's fit, so he might start Aubameyang. I'm not really
Mm.
for that, but because I don't know who's going to give him the service unless he puts on Chukwemeka.
Yeah.
I hear Felix is registered, but I can't see him starting. He'll probably come off the bench, especially as a first game away. Uh, yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I'll go with you. Yeah, I think it's about time he starts winning games now. We have to win at Fulham tomorrow. We keep
Yeah.
saying that. When are we going to start winning?
Well, we've
And
got to.
yeah,
It's not. Just before I came on, partly why I was late, I was
yeah,
having a little Twitter exchange with someone.
uh huh,
I've been on a platform, and I hold no apologies. Everybody who is in the Chelsea fan base knows me, and they know what I'm about.
mm,
I love my
yeah,
club so much that I only take so much, and then I defend the club. So if I feel there's a narrative, especially a narrative that's out there now, that sort of demonizes the club, that everything we do is wrong, I defend the club. Now, you can't attack me for defending the
Sorry.
club.
Yeah,
People have opinions against the club. That's fine. I can't stop you from doing that, but you shouldn't stop me from responding to these opinions. So I get a lot of attacks, for little things,
silly
you know,
things. Yeah,
yeah,
I have the
Marina,
same.
uh,
Yeah, I have. I know if you don't like Marina,
I get
someone
attacks.
does, you're gonna get all that. Bobby, I got it from. I don't want to mention names, but I had
No,
from yesterday. If I show you the texts I was getting from someone who used to be with us, you won't believe me. But and
and the
I
funny thing
replied.
about it is that,
I replied today, but
yeah,
the problem is this guy doesn't like to be answered,
yeah,
especially you can't answer him. So he started saying all silly things. So I just stopped. I mean, uh, you know, then I just blocked him because it was getting too much. So,
yeah. Sometimes you have to, and
oh God,
and that's sad. That sometimes you have to, and that saddens me because
yeah,
there are always the people to say, "Oh, I have an opinion," and I'm like, "Okay, you have an opinion, but this is
yeah,
my opinion, and it counts as yours." And then it starts to become insulting and nasty, and this sort of thing. And I'm like, mate, I don't want to fight with you. This is how I feel. I'm just sticking up for the club. I, I
exactly,
guess I guess ultimately, it's going to happen. We have lots of people that come on the spaces, but I
yeah.
just make it clear that I'm a Chelsea fan. I've been a Chelsea fan since I was 4 years old in
I know,
1970.
yeah,
Yeah, and
I know, Bobby. I know. We're going to have that the old day show. Like I
yeah,
said, 22nd of January. We said Max said 22nd of January he can do that. So
yeah,
yeah, so we're going to do that. Yeah, with John, you, me, and Max, of course.
I
Yeah,
look forward to it.
yeah,
I think too many people build up on a platform that demonizes the club and criticizes the club. It's
mm,
okay to criticize the club when something's wrong, but every single thing, it's too much. It's just too much.
mm.
I'm not going to be part of that. Um,
Yeah,
anyway,
I agree with you. I mean, everyone has their opinion, so let them say their
do
opinion.
that. Yeah,
Nothing. But we sometimes we get heated up. So even me, sometimes I'm wrong. I
of
have to
course.
admit, I'm wrong. Sometimes I go real crazy. You've seen me, but it's just a passion I have.
It's an emotional thing,
Yeah,
football.
yeah,
It
it's
really is.
emotional, and it's we're emotional.
Yeah,
The players, now especially now when things are not going good. Me and you, we
yeah,
understand because we've seen
oh, yeah,
worse,
yeah.
much worse, haven't we? And
Oh gosh,
but
do you
but
know what happened back in
yeah,
the
go on,
day?
yeah,
A
go on,
lot
go
of
on.
used to translate onto the terraces, mate. You
Yeah,
know that. So those days are long gone.
that's right, the
You
good
never
old
ever
days.
want to go there. But
Yeah,
it's that emotional. It's a very emotional tribal sport.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, like someone said today on the space, wasn't that long because I had to get ready for this show. Uh, we fans are in a transition as well, which is true. The owner, the manager, the players, it's a new. We're all in transition because everything's new right now. So it had
it
to
is.
happen. Yeah,
It
go on.
is. Yeah, yeah. It is. The
Yeah,
the squad's new. The director of football, the new directors of football,
yeah,
Chris Christopher Vival and Paul Winstanley. They've just started. Do you know what I mean? They've just started, and people are criticizing. And Bowley handed the reins over to them. They're attacking Bowley for doing. The bloke did his best.
mm,
He took over when just all the transfer window had already started when they signed over the final contract, and they had to hit the ground running. He didn't know about football, didn't know the
yeah,
European market.
Yeah, so we have to
They
give it.
wasted.
Yeah, go on. Yeah,
They wasted some money, but thank God we've got the money to waste. I'm saying, you know, yeah. Anyway, tomorrow,
yeah, go on. Yeah.
tomorrow. What do you think? What do you want me to give
Oh
you an 11, or is it too early?
no, well, we could discuss it. I didn't say my first 11 yet, but we can. Yeah, let's see what who you come up with.
So what I got? Right.
Yeah,
I got Kepa with Slonina really pushing him hard. I hope
yeah,
so. Kepa in goal. Uh, Centre backs has got to be. Thiago's got to come back because it's a game we've got to win in the league and get
for
some
sure.
points.
Yeah.
Thiago and dear.
Would you go with a Bobby, a back three or back four?
I think we'll have to do back three. We have to do back three. We've got to be compact. I know it's people say, "Oh gosh, Fulham, you're talking." Nah, we've got. First of all, we can't we stop conceding and
Yeah,
then focus on attacking. So it for me, Thiago, I would play Badiashile left.
yeah,
I would have put Chalobah right, but did Koulibaly play the last game? He didn't, did he?
no, he was on the bench.
So I'll
Yeah,
put Koulibaly on the right because Badiashile is his first game.
his first game.
Um,
He might be on the
the-
bench. I think for me.
yeah, who
I can't see.
Badiashile?
Yeah, I like to see him, but I don't think Potter would do that.
Well, it depends on the physicality of Fulham. I haven't watched much of Fulham this season. If
Yeah,
they're big,
I've
strong lads, then he's going to put Badiashile.
yeah,
And that area, we've lost a lot of aerial threat since we lost Zuma and
for,
indeed Rudiger.
yeah,
So I don't know. I would like to see him
y-
wing backs. Cucurella left. We have no choice. We have to go with Aspie on the right. That's what's that? That's your back five. Then
yeah,
midfield, I would put Zakaria and Cover. I guess reluctantly,
yeah.
I call Cover.
But they did play well together against City in the league.
Yeah,
Yeah, they did do very well first half, especially. I
yeah.
think I think that's the best we can do really for now. Them
Yeah.
two.
Okay, then going forward, I would
Mm,
then put people are tempting me with Lewis Hall because
mm.
I would rather have Hall than Gallagher or
Oh,
to start with Mount. Yeah, Mount needs to come off the bench, in my opinion. But it's a must win. But is Mount fit? No. I'll try Hall.
yeah,
So cover Hall and
Zakaria.
Zakaria. Then how much is left? Just the front two, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh gosh, front two, front two. I
yeah.
would try Fofana.
Yeah, I was thinking about Fofana as well.
Fofana and oh no, it could be. You see, you can't
Well,
just play Felix straight off.
no, that's if he has a permit to play tomorrow.
No, he's
With
been cleared as far as I've heard. He's
yeah,
cleared. Yeah.
but it'd be funny if he starts. I can't see him
I
starting.
can't. I can't. He'll come off the bench.
Yeah, yeah. What about
So
Havertz?
Havertz, yeah, Havertz, but we need someone who can drift out wide a bit.
Mm.
Okay, so perhaps Ziyech, and
Ziyech,
Havertz. I'll play.
that's what I would do.
Uh,
I agree with you. With Mount and Gallagher have to be on the bench. Louis Hall has to come in to start, not on the bench this time, like you said.
yeah, yeah.
Well, the only one I'm thinking about Cucurella. We put Batshuayi. Um, it could be either, really. Depends who Potter goes with. But I don't mind Cucurella hasn't been terrible. That's
What you mean as left centre back?
yeah.
Oh, okay,
You put Luis Hall on the left wing back.
okay.
Cucurella could go left back, or maybe I don't know. But well, we say we're probably going to see a different lineup with Potter. I just and we haven't mentioned Chukwuemeka as well. He
I
didn't
had
have
him in. Didn't I have
yeah
him in?
no
Oh, all right.
yeah
Um,
I will put him in.
yeah,
For me, I will put at least Hutchinson on the bench. I'll bring in Zakaria for Sholo and
yeah,
Chukwuemeka as well,
yeah,
and and Havertz and Ziyech up front, like you said,
yeah.
because we have to try start putting these players in.
Eh?
If yeah,
No, the project starts now.
that's
There's
it.
no point not playing them. We got to play
Yeah,
them. Get them in the team.
yeah. I want because he's made 4 signings now. It's 4 with Joe Felix. It's 4. Bushai,
Yeah.
Santos. All right, he's only 18, but still a signing.
Yeah.
Fofana, Detro Fofana, Bashai, and who did I just say? Bashai, Santos, Joe Felix, Fofana. Yeah, 4. Yeah,
All right.
so it's about time you play these players because we ain't got nothing to lose. We're me and you are. We're patient. Even if we finish 16th, we ain't gonna be going crazy. But
No,
some fans, yeah,
I
some
kind of
fans,
draw a line.
Bobby, yeah, go on, Bobby.
I kind of draw a line there.
Mm.
Anything bottom half is not acceptable.
It's not acceptable, but what can we do if it happens? I will still keep Porter. It's not good sacking him this season. Whatever happens, we'll give him, the preseason, give him the summer transfer window. See what he can do with all the players. The ones we got, the ones we're going to get. See who goes eventually, and give him the first few games and see what he does. But not many games. If he carries on and he can't get it right, he has to go. Because we have to be challenging for honors next season.
Mm.
And I'm sure Bowley wants to do things the same. It's not good putting all this money he's spending, and then we're not challenging next year. Be
No,
too much.
no, you got to win things. It's not
Yeah,
challenging. It's not. You got to win things.
yeah,
We're not in it to mess about. I
yeah.
even think that there's too much now coming into the squad to finish in the bottom half. You can't do that.
No, I
There's
don't
too
think
much.
we will. I'm just saying if the worst comes to the worst, but I
Yeah,
don't think it will happen. We have to go and beat Fulham, get the
you should be
confidence
able
back.
to beat.
You
Yeah,
know, and we're home to Palace. We've always, beaten Palace at home last year 3-0. I was there. I'm going again on Sunday. Just got a ticket, Matthew Harding, lower tier, but a good spot. Um, so yeah, 2 o'clock kickoff, isn't it? Yeah. Um, yeah, we have to start with it. We would beat Fulham and Palace, get a little run going. Then anything is possible.
yeah,
You need some confidence, and we can be sitting 6th soon. A couple of wins, can take you up the table.
yeah.
So that's what I'm hoping for. Is I know it's difficult, but the players we have, they should be doing better. They let us down. The players we have, they let us down badly, big time. Especially against City in the cup, games like Nottingham Forest away, Arsenal home. How many games, they didn't show nothing? Too many.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just want to see them, start playing It wasn't bad when last Thursday when we lost 1-0, but at least I saw a bit of fight. That's what I'm asking for. I want to, tomorrow go at Fulham. We always used to beat Fulham. They never, beat us at their ground or our ground. I know they're a lot different now. That Silva's got them playing. We're going to have to be really up for it. Get a result there. We have to win. Draws are no good anymore.
Honestly, even with the squad as it is, Nick, if we have issues beating Fulham, then there's a big problem with the coach.
Big problem.
We can't have that. There's enough there to beat Fulham. There is enough there.
That be everyone's going to go mad on Sunday. If that happens, I can imagine the crowd when Potter comes out. If we go and lose to Fulham, that'd be big. But so far, no one's singing Potter out at the bridge. But everyone's talking about it. Everyone's talking about it, but not singing. Soon they're going to be singing. If he has to stop, he has to start winning. Get the team right. You can tell on the when they're training. Who's your players? Who you think they're going to fight for it? Don't put the players because their name is Jorginho or Mount or anyone else.
Yeah.
Play. That's what you get that feeling. That's what he's been doing.
Exactly. He plays the reputation.
That's what he's been doing. He's scared to drop anyone for me. You know what I mean? And so let's hope he gets it right for our sake and his own sake, really. Yeah. Big up to Bernard. Thanks for coming in the chat. Yeah, blue is the color. Always blue will be the color. Of course. Yeah.
So clearly, João Felix he is not the solution. He's just part of the puzzle. There's got to be more coming in.
Oh yeah.
People are saying, "Oh, Enzo, he touched the badge. He pointed to the ground. That it's over with him." Well, what do you expect him to do?
He's not over yet. Yeah.
I was at the bridge when Lukaku kissed the badge, threw himself on the floor in front of the fans.
Don't tell me. Yeah.
These players, they do these things. It doesn't mean anything.
No. For me, I think we're still trying to get Fernandes. We're still in talks, but it's very hard because Benfica won't budge. They won't come. They won't come down. They want the lump sum. We want installments.
I don't know about Benfica. I think they've got bigger fish to fry now. They've got this match fixing allegation over them, which, if it's found true, could be very, very serious for them. It might be the time for them to start look at making some sales. I don't know. Football's a very funny business. Things can change in a day.
Oh yeah, nothing would surprise me. And we're looking at what's his name? Another player, a striker, Thuram.
Oh yeah, Marcus Thuram. Yeah,
we're looking at him still. We haven't finished yet in this window.
What do you think about this right back, Porro?
I haven't seen much of him. Tell you the truth, Bobby. I haven't seen him. I don't watch much, foreign leagues. Sometimes, but not like some people, But
they're trying to say he's in some kind of love triangle with João Felix.
That story. God, I think it's all rubbish. What people will bring up, I heard about that today. They were saying it on Spaces, and João Felix, he's got a new girlfriend now. He broke up with the other girl because she went with the other. What's his name? That's all rubbish, I think. I don't know really, but that should be the list of our problems. I liked, his interview. Do you see what he said today, João Felix?
Yeah, yeah.
Good interview, good words. He means what he says. He wants to come here, do well, and play happy football. He wants to play with a smile on his face, which he does usually. If you watch him, um, and he can score goals as well. He can create and score. So let's see. Sooner we put him on, the better.
Yeah, yeah. He certainly has a lot to prove.
Mm,
The only thing is, in the Premier League, the sort of player he is, they're going to kick him. They're going to try and kick him a lot.
yeah, he has to
Imagine
be.
him going to, yeah, they'll target him, especially if he's the main creator.
Oh
And
yeah.
that's why I don't want him to be that. I want Chelsea to be able to create from
Mm,
all over the pitch and not just have one person. Because if it's one person, they'll target him like they did Hazard.
yeah,
And not everybody's as resilient as Hazard.
that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see what happens. I hope he gets to go. Starts making this team really play. I know one player is a lot to us, but we still have good players. Maybe that's what the team needs. Someone new, someone like him to change things. Maybe in training, make these players realize this is a big club. And they have to start fighting
Mm.
because we're still attractive. It doesn't matter if we're 10th. We're still attractive. A lot of players would love to come to Chelsea.
Oh, for sure.
So yeah,
I just
let's
think,
yeah,
the manager now needs to get something out of the players. There's enough there. We have a horrible injury list.
yeah,
Our A-list players are out. But Fulham, with all respect, they're doing well, they're playing well. But if with the players he's got, he can't beat Fulham, there's a real problem there, really.
yeah.
It's not that Fulham are easy, don't get me wrong,
No, God, no.
but really, I mean, come on. He's got to focus on himself, use them correctly, motivate them, get them performing. You can beat them. Take over the midfield, make sure your midfield is solid and you're good, you know.
Yeah, Bobby. Yeah, I agree with you. Um, yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
What's your
uh,
11?
yeah. Well, similar with you, really, but yeah, Kepa was going to be if in goal for sure. There's no Mendy. I'm glad he's off the scene right now. I don't know if he's still injured. I don't know what's happened to him. Yeah, so
He had
Kepa.
an operation on his finger, didn't
Oh,
he?
he did he?
Straight in the bone.
Oh,
Yeah.
so he's going to be out for a long time anyway. Yeah, so yeah, I was thinking Kepa,
Mm,
Cucurella on the left, Silva in the middle, Chalaba on the right. Yeah, I was
mm.
going. That's like a 3-4-3. I was thinking, and we have Aspie on the right wing back, and Luis Hall left wing back, and
Yeah.
Zakaria and Kova. That's the back 3-4. Yeah,
Mm.
Zakaria Kova. And I was trying. I'm still in. I've been thinking who to put up front. Havertz. I think eventually I'll put Ziyech, Havertz and Ziyech, and just behind. Why not Chukwuemeka?
Yeah.
Put Chukwuemeka, and just I was thinking Mount Gallagher. I know because I know Potter's going to go with Mount or Gallagher. I hope he goes for Chukwuemeka and leave them on the bench.
Yeah. They can
You know,
come up. We've got 5 subs.
that's what I want.
You know. Nick,
That's what. Yeah,
they need to come off the bench.
yeah,
I think they need that, especially Mount. Mount needs that. It's
yeah,
not,
yeah. He
even
does.
mentally, it might even take
It
some
might
pressure off him.
just might. Yeah, it might wake him up because we know how good he is,
Yeah,
but he's not on form. I'm fed up with keep playing players off form.
no,
And
we
I'm
can't
sure
do that.
If Sterling was an injured, he'd be playing as well again. But they have to go. These players have to. Sterling, Pulisic. I don't know. I don't know what the issue is going to do. Is he going to stay? I don't know. But the
Well,
players like
I would
yeah.
keep Ziyech because
Oh yeah,
he's a
for sure.
creator, isn't he? He
He's the only
creates.
the one the only player we have right now who can
Yeah,
cross that ball, take a corner. Where's Mason Mount can't even take corners anymore.
yeah,
It's that bad. So he has to leave them on the bench.
yeah.
I'm going to be really angry if we go and lose this game and that it doesn't do this. Then I will
Oh,
be screaming on Sunday, Bobby. I'll
oh,
be going crazy.
yeah. I mean, if he does, is he only has himself to blame. He can't look at faces. He can't do this. Mount bench,
And
Gallagher
Jorginho,
bench,
though,
Jorginho definitely bench.
and you're going to see. I bet they're both going to start tomorrow night, and we go and lose. I
Oh
just have
gosh.
that bad feeling, but I hope not.
Yeah,
Play
yeah.
the players you bought these players
On
to play,
form. Yeah,
and they play good. They play
yeah,
Lewis Hall.
yeah. Definitely.
Zakaria, he's been good.
Yeah,
Chukwuemeka,
yeah,
great game against City.
yeah.
You know, that's why I'll go mad sometimes. And, because Potter, I don't understand Potter. When I say that, some people say, oh, you hate Potter. You don't want to give managers a chance and all this. I don't hate no one. I just want the team to start winning.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all, really.
The,
Yeah,
the the
so,
problem with him is, and I think what gives people concern is that he's not a manager that has identity. People talk about the team identity. Well, the manager has to have an identity to start with. Nobody really knows what he's about. Do you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? We don't know what he's about, and that's not good. Mourinho will come in, you know what he's about, he's defensive, he's a no nonsense sort of guy. And you know that, if you mess about, he'll do what he did to Joe Cole, subbed him on in the first half and subbed him off in the first half. I've
exactly.
never seen anything like that before in my life.
Yeah. Uh,
And I haven't since.
no,
Yeah.
it's true. Yeah, I'll never forget, Bobby.
But
Yeah,
that is Mourinho. Yeah.
yeah.
Tuchel, you knew what he was about, but this guy,
We
he's
don't
yet
know.
to, yeah,
We don't know.
show
It's a
something.
big question mark. Big question mark. Really. I hope he proves us all wrong. Uh, and that starts winning and gets the team going. But I don't get that feeling with him. I don't know. It's very hard. Deals is saying big up to you, Bobby. He's
Big
coming
up
soon.
deals.
He's
Yeah,
playing
big up
fifth.
to us.
He's coming. He's coming in a minute. Him and Surf will be on here.
Oh, good, good.
I was just playing FIFA. Yeah,
No,
I don't even know how to play that game.
no, the youngsters, all these PlayStation games, and I haven't got a clue. I
Yeah,
don't. I don't.
no, not do I. Um, uh, the Willie Bless is saying our entire forward guys are just sleeping. I back Potter to start the young guys from academy. Of course, we would do the same. If he does that, then if he loses, we won't be going crazy. But start the young boy guys. Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
see.
I mean, he's did some things that in losing that was very unfair. Humphreys, I'm not sure he should have started him, but in a
Mm,
way, it's good because he's blooded now, and
yeah,
he's going to know what he's going to expect. So he may well find himself on the bench. Gallagher has got to stop messing him about. I know
mm,
Gallagher is not a technically gifted player. He isn't.
Yeah.
but he's a hustler and he's good in the final third of the pitch in that he can take a shot, he can do something. So
Mm.
play him to those strengths. He's been humiliating Gallagher, puts him
Yeah.
wing back,
He can't
puts him.
play there. Yeah.
He can't,
If
puts
you're
him in
going
the
to play
pivot
Gallagher, he has to play
where he
Mason.
plays.
Yeah, up front, just
Yeah,
behind the two forwards.
yeah,
So I don't mind Gallagher, like I said, but I would have Chukwuemeka or Gallagher. I don't mind because I know
yeah,
Gallagher, what he can do, and he gives 100%. That's what
yeah,
I like about Conor Gallagher. Doesn't matter if we lose or whatever, he gives you 100% commitment. I've never seen him not giving that.
yeah.
Even when we lose games, I see he's trying so hard. But Mason Mount, he's different. He should be doing better, a lot
No, he should.
better.
He should. The problem is with Mount. Then you start to see pressure on the defense
Mm.
because he doesn't help take the ball forward at the moment.
Hmm.
So the ball just keeps coming back, and they keep passing back. That's part of the reason why they're always passing backwards because nobody in midfield can take the ball and move it forward. Occasionally Kovacic does with his dribbling runs, but unless he's there with Zakaria, and you're right, I'll put
Mm.
Chukwuemeka as well in that mix.
Yeah,
There's no escape from midfield.
yeah.
Um,
Well, yeah, you're right. I like the way Chukwuemeka, like I said, when he came on against City, he was good. Um, Showed me, fight, passion. He was very good, really. Uh, John is here. Well, let's put John in.
yeah,
Uh, yeah,
you're
welcome,
right,
John.
John.
Hi, sorry I'm a bit late. I've been out and about.
That's all right. It's early days yet. Yeah, me and Bobby been discussing, the Fulham game, the lineup. We
Oh God!
what we what, what we think should be the lineup.
Right.
Um, I want to hear yours in a minute.
Oh
When you,
dear. I'm useless.
yeah,
Useless.
yeah. All
Yeah.
right, I'll help you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Let me give you my.
I want to hear your thoughts. How you feeling about the Fulham game? First of all, are you
Uh, I
confident?
no, I'm not confident, but I don't.
No, no.
As I always say, any fixtures I expect and want Chelsea to win tomorrow. There's no earthly reason why you look at any side Chelsea can put out why they shouldn't be at least competitive against Fulham. How
Yeah.
far have we fallen off the perch to even say that? We should be light years ahead of Fulham. Silva has done a better job second time round there than he did first, and they look like a team which we do not look like at the moment. Whether João Felix will play, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. People say he's trained today and that he's ready to
Hmm.
play. What
Has,
part he'll play? What
yeah,
part he'll play?
John. I don't know. Has he got the permit though? That's what I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know what
Yeah.
part he'll play tomorrow, if any. We'll have
Mm.
to wait and see. I am assuming other people will be able to correct me. When I spoke on a space yesterday about João Felix, I assumed that he'd be playing as an 8 or a 10. Why on earth he went to Atletico Madrid in the first place under Simeone? Atletico, fantastic football club, has many faults. Simeone, fantastic manager, has many
Mm.
faults. But why on earth did that little mite go there? It just
Mm.
seemed such an unlikely destination for him. So I don't expect Chelsea have bought him as an out and out forward. On Sunday against Manchester City, I hate to rake over old coals, but look, not only can't we score a goal at the moment, we can't get into the top third of the pitch and look threatening, let alone get into the opposition penalty area
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
create a bloody chance at the moment.
Yeah,
So I think and hope that João Felix has been bought, to use that old phrase about Didier Deschamps, rather unkindly, Was he not called the water carrier? We need someone who can transport the ball with some threat from the bloody halfway line to the edge of the penalty box at the very least, and try and create something in and around there. Seeing him play as a 9 is just going to end in tears, I'm afraid, and I don't think Chelsea have bought him for that. I hope not.
No.
I hope they see him as a creative player behind the front 1 or the front 2, however Potter wants to set up.
Yeah.
And I think that's how it be. So I'm all in. I know that some of the fan base think that it's a SHIT signing. I don't. I think it's someone that can give our season impetus. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm going by the fact I think he played as an 8 or I didn't see much of Portugal in the World Cup. I thought he played as an 8 or a 10 for them, not as an out and out forward as he did or maybe did for Atletico. So, but that was the wrong football club for that lad to go to. Why on earth he went there, I don't know.
No,
But anyway,
we can't play him as an out and out forward. That's madness.
No, he's got to play. He's got to play in. We need him to create something for us in hopefully and around the box.
Exactly.
Yeah. I agree with you, John. That's what he's most dangerous. As a number 10 behind the forwards, behind the 2 forwards.
Yeah. And I hope also. I know it's a very difficult. I know it's a very, very difficult job, but he needs protection from our useless group of referees because someone's going to tread on his feet, aren't they? Someone's going to kick him.
They're going to try and kick lumps out of it.
Try and kick him. Yeah. We all know what they're going to do. Rodri would foul him in the first 5 minutes and get away with it.
Yeah, and that's why
he needs protection.
That's why we can't have him as the only creator, and that's why I think we should keep Ziyech, because Ziyech is the only other player that can create something. And if on occasion we play them together in different types of roles, supporting the striker, I think that can be really dangerous, and that would protect both of them from a lot of the physical stuff they get or they could get.
A friend of mine who is a lot more knowledgeable about football than me. I forget his name. I'll get his name and I'll post it out to you. But when he tells the story, there's a book being written on it. When Sir Stanley Matthews played football, he had a minder on the field. And Ron Harris was one of the many players who was warned by this minder. The minder won a title with Wolves, and his a very English name. And the minder would be Stanley Matthews' minder. And he would go up to players and say, right, you've had your one shot at him. That's it. No more. For fear that this minder would do him. And there's a book. And how many Chelsea sides over the years can you say have been this soft?
None.
And I hate to say it.
John, you're a man after my own heart. Nick, isn't that what I've always been moaning about?
Yeah, exactly.
In the last 2 or 3 games, good old Zachariah, the only one to stand up to that bloke at Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
The only
100%. 100%.
I know we've had many battling teams, especially under Mourinho in the past. But I go back to that 1970 FA Cup final.
Oh,
we
yes.
had men on the pitch. Men.
Yes.
Boy, we went to war that day.
Exactly.
And that's what it takes in the English league.
Yeah. Can I tell you
this soft fall over, I'm out for 10 weeks because someone's kicked me ankles. I mean, come on. Gosh.
Can I tell you something about the 70 replay?
Yeah, go on, John.
The referee for both the Wembley fixture and the Old Trafford fixture, what I always love repeating his name, was Mr. Jennings of Stourbridge. Arguably, the I mean, there were rivals.
Yeah.
One of the rivals was that Derby Leeds game at the old Derby ground with Bremner and Franny Lee and all the rest of it. But
all that lot, yeah.
the
Norman
wonderful
Hunter.
Norman Hunter, the wonderful sports writer Hugh McIlvanney. I always remember his quote of Mr. Jennings of Stourbridge. Do you know how many people were booked in those 2 hours of football at Old Trafford?
Three.
One.
Was it one?
Oh my God!
Ian Hutchinson.
Yeah.
Who was the Harrow schoolmaster who refereed the '94 FA Cup final for us? We lost 4-0 to Manchester United.
Wasn't that Mike Dean?
No. And that referee and Michael Oliver would have sent off Webb and Harris in the first 8 minutes.
For sure.
He's re-refereed it.
You know,
Hugh McIlvanney said of Mr. Jennings of Stourbridge, seemingly, Mr. Jennings of Stourbridge would only award a yellow card on receipt of a death certificate.
John, right? Please don't get me wrong. I don't advocate for violence.
No, stand up for yourself.
Exactly. Don't get pushed around. Do you remember? Right, I've been at the bridge many a time. And I've seen and I have no other words to describe it, up close and personal. The punishment Eden Hazard used to get. I used to cringe sometimes. It was bloody.
Yeah.
And this guy would get up as if nothing happened. Strong, solid men. Although back in the day, some other player would have got their some retribution for that. Mikel used to try and protect him, I got to say. But, it was brutal. It was brutal. You know what I mean? Now, we get Pulisic, all that lot, they couldn't take one.
Bobby, listen, in the recent past, how many of this current team would have been able to play in the Battle of Stamford Bridge against Tottenham in 2016?
Impossible. They wouldn't have. That was real. That's all I'm asking for.
That was a battle. That was the real war. Before we carry on, let me just read Willie Blessed what his team is going with. Yeah, it's going for Kepa, Hall, Silva, Batshuayi, Bobby, like we said, Aspilicueta, Kovacic, Zakaria, yes, Carney, Chukwuemeka, agreed. Joe Felix, of course, if he's got that permit, why not? The only one I don't agree with you is Mason Mount. He should be on the bench for me, really. Fofana, why not? But I will put Mason Mount on the bench for tomorrow and play Zachary, play the rest. I agree with you. Let's welcome Bob, Max and Deals as well.
Big up, you lot.
Yeah, welcome, Max.
Big up, guys.
Deals.
Max.
Yeah, hi.
Let's certify you as
come
well.
on for about 20 minutes. I haven't come on for long.
All right. I'll let you go next, Max.
I was listening to you guys talking about this.
Max, we've been saying our lineup. Yeah, we're going to talk, John, we're going to discuss the old days when we do on the 22nd of January. It's going to be the show will be God, I'm just going out of my words. The show is going to be about the 70s onwards. We're going to discuss Harris and Hutchinson's and Wilkins and Hoddles, those days. Today we concentrate on this. We can bring that up if you have to, no problem. Let's welcome Certify as well. I'll go to you, Max. What we've been doing is thinking about the Fulham.
Certified.
Yeah, big up Certified.
How's everyone doing?
Yeah,
big up Certified.
Yeah,
big up everyone.
Yeah, I'm glad to see all the panelists back. I thought I'd be on my own tonight, actually. Then Bobby came and we carried on. So let's go to Max. Max, we've been predicting our lineup, the players we want to see tomorrow night.
Right, okay.
And everything else about Potter, Joe Felix, and everything. I'll go to you first because you have to go after you said so.
Yeah, I'm here for about 20 minutes, half an hour.
Okay.
Yeah. So first of all, the good thing, Fulham are. Is it Fulham or Brentford are the best team in West London at the moment?
God, no, we're still the best, I'm afraid.
According to the table, we're the third best.
Yeah.
We're the third best team in West London. So
Are we?
need.
Oh
we
my
are.
God.
We are.
Yeah, we are
below,
on form.
can
Yeah.
Can you believe we're below those two? So we need to.
Oh God.
We really need to win this one.
Yeah, we're laughing, but it's not funny. No.
And the good thing is, they're about Mitrovic tomorrow. He's suspended. So hopefully, yeah, that should help us a little bit.
I'm hoping we put in a bid for him.
I was saying, Bobby, what was I saying? Remember what I was saying last season, and you, Max? I was saying Mitrovic. Instead of going for Aubameyang or anyone else, I would say get Mitrovic.
What about Ivan Toney?
Or him. I was going for Mitrovic first because that player is a battler. You know,
Toney, we don't know what's happening with the drugs. I mean, not drugs. The betting stuff at the moment. And he's out injured. So.
He's injured, but they still have other good players. Max, what do we? Yeah, who would you pick for tomorrow? Our team, yeah.
Yeah, so I will obviously Kepa picks himself because he's the only fit goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Everyone, including you, Nick, you are calling for Chalobah right backs. Now we can see why Potter hasn't played him at right back. Even Cesar Azpilicueta is a better right back, and that says something. Yeah, but that's not his natural position, so that's fair. So I wouldn't play him there again.
Who would you play? If it's a 3-4-3 though, who's going to go right back?
Are they going to play 3-4-3 or 4?
I don't know. That's the thing.
I think he's going to stick with 4. So Azpilicueta has to play because
I'll put Aspi right wing back.
You've gone for 3 at the back, have you?
Yeah, okay. I'll try 3-4-3. Me and Bobby roughly agreed. I'll tell you what we were more or less agreed on. Chalobah, Silva, Cucurella, back 3. Aspi, right wing back. Lewis Hall, left wing back. Then we have Zakaria and Kova in the middle. And up front is a choice, really. We start with Havertz, main striker, with Ziyech, and maybe Gallagher just behind. Not, go on.
Right. So my left back will be obviously Cucurella, and I would try Silva with the new boy, Badiashile.
Oh yeah, Badiashile is good as well.
We need that physicality in the team. We're lacking. Midfield 3 would be Kovacic, Zakaria, and I'll put Chukwuemeka in a midfield 3.
Oh yeah, that's what we put Chukwuemeka. Sorry, we had Chukwuemeka. Yeah.
And I'm not sure whether at the time of the press conference, Potter wasn't sure whether Felix's registration has come through. If it has, I'll just throw him in at the deep end on that left-hand side.
So would I.
And I'll put Havertz and Ziyech. So that's my
pick. For sure. That's more or less you agree with us. Yeah. We were saying Chukwuemeka has to play for me. He's been on form. You have to drop the players who I've been playing. Ziyech hasn't been too bad. Plus, he's the one who can take corners and free kicks.
Yeah.
Mason Mount, when's the last time he took a proper corner?
Yeah.
It's a long time now. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, because I think that midfield, Zachary and Chukwuemeka, because Chukwuemeka maybe came on early in the Man City game, and I thought they both held their own against Manchester City. So I don't know why he didn't pick him for the next game against Man City. So I think that gives us a bit more balance in the midfield as well, because Chukwuemeka's got that physicality as well. He's got a bit of an eye for a pass, and I just think, with him, Zakaria in there, and Cover will give us
I agree with
that
you.
balance.
Let's see. Let's hope he does. I hope he doesn't come out with Jorginho, Mason Mount, and the rest of them.
Listen, Fulham have got a very good midfield.
Yeah.
They've got that Portuguese guy. What's his name? Is it Paulino?
Is it, or Pallister, or whatever his name is?
Pallister, yeah, I think so. He is a very good midfielder. The boy they got from Manchester United as well, Pereira, he's good.
He'll move on from there, won't he, for a big fee?
Yeah, and he kind of makes them tick. So we need to match them for that physicality in the middle of the park. So
let's hope he. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's going to start now that Mitrovic is injured. Not sure who the backup striker is. But what I'm looking for us tomorrow is just a performance. I'm looking at, we need to go at Fulham. Fulham are not a team who's going to sit back. If you look at their games this season, they're quite brave. They're quite a good balanced side this season. Their manager's got them playing some decent football. So they will. And it's a London derby as well. And
they'll be up for it.
The fans are going to be up for it.
Oh, they're going to be up for it a big time, because this is a chance for them to beat, Chelsea, which they're dying to do.
And the fact that they're above us as well, the fans.
Yeah,
they're going to let us think. So we need to go there and battle, because it's a London derby. The players need to show up for this London derby, because Fulham, they will be putting in the tackles. They'll be, the fans will be. It's Craven. It's a away game, isn't it? Craven Cottage.
Craven Cottage.
It's a tight ground if you've ever been there before. And the fans
plenty of time.
Yeah.
Now they've got their new stand as well. They've got extra, more people. It's about 30,000 now.
Yeah, and they're right on top of you, and so they're going to. They're going to be motivating their players to put in a good performance, and that's the thing. I haven't got any confidence in these players at the minute, whether they can go toe to toe in a robust London derby and fight tooth and nail for it. But I hope they prove me wrong tomorrow, and we'll see.
Yeah, there's a comment here you can answer as well, Max, as well. Hello, Nick and everyone. What do you guys think of Felix still? Also, do you think Aubameyang will be leaving this window? I don't think he'd be going this window, but in the summer, maybe. But Felix is a great signing. He's a great player. So we're glad to have him. But let's see if the others start to play now. Let's see.
For me, Felix. I don't get excited about players anymore. I just hope that they will perform on the pitch.
Yeah, I know it's your Dex. I know it's your other handle. DL101 is Dex, by the way.
Okay, right. Because I got excited with the Hazard deal, not Hazard, the Havertz deal, the ZX deal, other deals, and every time they get excited over a deal, it doesn't. So I'm just gonna play a waiting game. I hope it does well. On paper, he's good. He ticks the boxes, and I listened to you guys before, and when you're talking about he's going to get a kick and whatever. This guy, he's quite a physical guy as well. He doesn't, because when you look at him in Spain, he gets a bit of a kicking in Spain now and again. But he's similar to like what Hazard does. He'll get up. He won't moan. He wins a lot of duels in the air as well. If you look at, I'm not sure if you saw some of his compilations. Very good in the air. Scores quite a few headed goals as well. And what I like is, that diagonal pass, what Aspilicueta usually played into Morata, where Morata scored a lot of those goals. Yeah. A lot of his headers comes from those diagonal type crosses, not the byline crosses. So he's got good movement and judging the flight of the ball as well. So that's one to look out for, the Aspilicueta to Felix pass, I think. But I think, he'll do well. And with regards to the Aubameyang situation, what you guys got to realise is that he played, I think it was about 15 minutes or so for Barcelona already this season. So he can't go in January unless he rejoins Barcelona. And there was talk. I saw some talk today where Barcelona may want him back. So all this talk about Atletico Madrid is nonsense. It looks like Depay will go to Atletico Madrid, and they may think about taking him back to Barcelona. So we'll wait and see on that one.
Yeah,
if not, we're
sure.
stuck with him until the summer.
Yeah, let's hope he improves. But it's not just him the problem. Now we got Felix. Maybe he can supply him. Aubameyang needs the ball in the box.
The thing is, every striker can't be bad. So every striker that comes to us, we turn them into Paul Dickov or someone like that because they're not. Yeah, and so it's you can't just say let's buy another striker, let's get another striker. As Graham Potter made a good point, so it's not just for the striker; it's for the whole team. We need to create more. We need to, I've seen in many games this season. If you look at the movement off the ball, sometimes there's a few times with Sterling, he's been criticised this season, but he's used to an early through pass from when he used to play at Man City. There are many occasions where that through pass is on. He's made a run, but nobody's passed it to him. No one's got that vision to pass it to him. So that's why we need that creativity in the midfield with an eye for a pass. That's why with Felix, if he plays that free role, he's somebody who's got an eye for a pass. He's got that little bit of creativity that we need, because it's all well and good blaming strikers all the time. But as I said, as you rightly said, Nick, if they're not getting the service, then what can they do?
That's true because we complain about Howard sometimes, but even him wasn't getting good service. But he's not an out and out number 9. We don't have that right now. Even Aubameyang is not. That's what we lack. We need a proper number 9 next season. I hope.
But even Fofana, when he came on the other day, he made 2 or 3 intelligent runs, but again didn't receive the ball.
Yeah, that's what we want to see this midfield change. It's about time. He has to go with Zakaria, like you said, Koval, Chukwuemeka. We bought these players for a reason, so they have to be played.
Yeah.
And
just one last point on Ziyech. What I like about Ziyech, okay, people moan sometimes that he'll give the ball away, but he's one of probably the only one we've got in the side at present who would attempt that risk-taking ball. Everyone else plays a bit too safe, and he at least attempts to play that ball, that unpredictable ball.
Bobby, I've got 2 Bobbies. Which one is a real one?
Sorry?
Oh, that's now we've got 2 of you come up. So I see. I'll get rid of the top one. So the bottom one is is working. So get rid of the top. That's it. Yeah, that's.
Sorry, something happened there.
No, it's not you. It happens. It's connections. Yeah, it happens a lot of times. Yeah, go on, Max. About Ziyech.
No, that's what I said. He's just. I like that risk taking sometimes. Okay, he could do a bit more off the ball sometimes and a bit of work, show a bit more with his body damage or whatever. But he tries the impossible sometimes. We don't have anyone who's willing to try that.
Hopefully, we're going to have 2 now, Ziyech and Felix. That's what we need. Yeah, Ziyech, I've been really impressed with him lately because he wants to play. When you play, Ziyech, give him a full game. He's a great player. No doubt about it. Yeah.
And also, he's the only one who is good at set plays. His corners are dangerous. Every time he takes a corner, it causes havoc. It's not that he's just floated in; he curls it into the box. And if we did have, that's why Bashadar, he's good in the air as well. Similar to what Zuma did. He's 6'4". We haven't got a lot of big players anymore. So once he comes in, he'll enjoy some of those set plays.
Yeah, he's big, tall. Yeah, he looks really fit. So I like to see him. That's how we see them tomorrow night. Let's go to Deals and certify that. But Deals, what do you think about the game?
Big up, Nick.
Big
Yeah,
up to you.
I want to see us play with the youngsters like Chukwuemeka and Fofana. Let them get their chances. I believe that obviously, cool. It's a West London derby, but we have to go in there with fight and passion.
Mm-hmm.
Not like how the last performance, because I don't want to see that performance like last time from the Man City performance in the FA Cup. The Premier League performance, we should have won that game. But again, we need to show fight and passion, at throw the right passes at the right times and to our attack. Now, obviously, we got João Felix to the table. He needs to show what he signed for, right? Show that he signed for on loan, and shown what he can do in this attack. Because let's be real, what are we going to rely on João Felix? No, we shouldn't be relying on João Felix. We should rely on as players as a team. That's what we should rely on.
Yeah.
But again, I would go with Kepa in goal.
Yeah.
Right back, I'll go with Chalobah, Silva.
You going back three or back four?
Back four.
Three or back four. All right. So Kepa, Chalobah, yeah, Silva,
Badiashile,
yeah,
Lewis Hall,
yeah.
And then the three-man midfield, I got Zakaria, Chukwuemeka, and Cover.
More or less, we all agree on that. Yeah.
And then for the front three, I got João Felix.
If he plays, let's hope he does.
Fofana.
Yeah.
Ziyech.
Yes, good team. If only Polo picks it. Let's hope. Yeah, we've been saying in those lines, but I still put Havertz near Bobby. We had Havertz for the main striker. We had Ziyech and Chukwuemeka.
And if Cover's not passing the ball properly,
yeah,
because I've noticed in recent games when Cover's starting, he hasn't been passing the ball properly. Has he gone back to that injury what he had before? Because before, when he was in the World Cup, he was playing very well.
Yeah,
with Croatia. Ever since he come back from the World Cup, he's not been in form. So if he's having a bad game, I'll take off Cover for Mason Mount.
Yeah, that's what we said.
If he's having a bad game.
Yeah, he was good against City in the league first half. With Zakaria. Zakaria and him were really good. That's why we stopped the City midfield in the first half. We were on top. Yeah. It's a good. Let's hope Pollard does something like that. What we've been saying, asking for ages. John's back here. Yeah. Let's go to
Nick. Another thing as well.
Another
thing as well. That this Aubameyang situation. Now, this Aubameyang situation, is he pushing for the move? Because last time he pushed for a move. Remember, his actions are the exactly same where he's been at every club, where he pushes for a move. Now, I think if he's gonna move, he could move, but we're not gonna let him go for free.
No. For me, I don't think he's going anywhere, right? Especially right now, like Max said. If he does go, if we get another striker, proper striker, I mean number 9, in the summer, he could go. It all depends who we get. Yeah. Yeah. Anything else, Dios, before I go to Certify?
Yeah, and another thing as well.
Yeah.
Cucurella, he's not really rising up to his price tag recently. I believe he will come good once Potter gets more players in.
For me, he hasn't been that bad. He had a great game against City. You know that. He hasn't been that bad really for me, but For me, he gets better. He gives 100%. You know, like like Gallagher does. Gallagher does, but he's played in all our, like Bobby said, plays in the wrong positions.
Yeah, Gallagher doesn't
Gallagher has to be
suit
behind the
Gallagher
strikers.
doesn't suit whatever the formation is. He doesn't suit Chelsea play.
Yeah, let's
Again,
put him
again,
in. Yeah, go on.
again. Another thing as well. Yeah, with
Yeah.
Gallagher is that he's suited at a 10 role, a 8 role, and there's players ahead of him in this team right now, like the likes of João Felix if he's gonna play in that 10 role, and
Yeah, I
Mason
think,
Mount.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I think, yeah, you're right there. But, Gallagher, is a great player to have still. He's still young as well. Let's see what happens. But let's hope Potter does make these changes.
Potter needs to change his tactics
yeah.
as well. He needs to change his
Yeah, of
tactics.
course. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, let's see what he does with that. Certify, let's come to you. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. What's your thoughts about the game and your lineup as well?
My thoughts about the game.
Are we
Don't really
gonna
spec-
win? Are we winning? I'm gonna ask you at the end of the show, for the predictions. But can we change it around? That's a big question now.
You see, with Chelsea, you don't know which game will turn up, which game will not now. So it's becoming this thing where you just have to hope. You know what I'm saying? And just watch and see. See what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Sadly, I won't be able to watch the game because I'm kind of busy tomorrow. But I will watch highlights. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be looking at the scores every now and then. Maybe I'll get some luck. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, for me about this game, as I just said, you don't know Chelsea now. In which game we're gonna win or not. Do you know what I'm saying? It depends on the player's mindset, really. And the manager as well. But let's just get away from the manager and players for a bit. For my predicted lineup, I do think you should play Kepa and goal. Right back Aspilicueta. I'm gonna go 4-2-3-1. But I'm gonna see and analyze how it should work. But I was trying to see, you know what I'm saying? So right back, I'm going with Aspilicueta. Then you got Thiago Silva, Chalobah, Cucurella. Badiashile will be a bit too early for him to come in. Maybe we can bring him on, or maybe we can just start him against Palace. Do you know what I'm saying? See how he does. You know what I'm saying? And back, my two DMs would be Kova and Zakaria. The three, the midfield three will be a bit not the midfield, but you can say wingers as well. But that three, the left mid cam and right mid is where. Okay, so I'm going to have João Felix as a 10. I'm gonna have Hakeem Ziyech as on the right. Left mid, I'm gonna have Chukwemeka. Up top, I'm thinking between Fofana and Havertz, but I would have Havertz there, but sometimes he has his days, sometimes he doesn't. But I think he's becoming that type of striker, like these type of strikers that want to be a target man. Do you get what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I'm not seeing him drop. I'm not seeing him create well. Do you get what I'm saying? I mean, he's kind of lost it all ever since he's got moved to that striker position. Do you get what I'm saying? I mean, he was good when in his first season at creating under Lampard, because he's been playing a cam in Leverkusen. You know what I'm saying? And he was the main creator. But ever since then, he stopped creating and dropping deep. He's been more because he's been asked to play as a striker more. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't blame him. So the thing is, Dacho Fofana, I do feel he'll bring more energy and more chances creating him for himself. He'll create more chances for himself. But I think he's just a bit too young, so I'll just put Havertz there, just to be on the safe side. So yeah, that's all. But I want to address something. You said I think Diaz made a point about Cucurella not living up to his expectations. In my opinion, I think Cucurella's games he's done well. He's done better when he was playing next to Chalobah. For me, I think Koulibaly's a bit way too slow for a player like him. And the way Koulibaly as well has to force him from playing out from the back as well. And I think Chalobah has been more direct. Do you get what I'm saying? Which will help Cucurella because Cucurella, the way Potter's used him is, in Brighton is it's for him to attack really. And people said he hasn't attacked well because I do realize that he hasn't really found the link with him and Sterling. Him and Sterling have not really clicked. Do you know what I'm saying? And you can see the way Trossard has been linking well with with Trossard. You can see the type of movement he's able to get. He a man can come short, he gets the passing option. I like the way Cucurella also tries to give these through balls as well. Um, people
Yeah,
saying people were saying Chilwell would have done a better job, but people were complaining about Chilwell as well when he couldn't defend and everything. And they were bragging, "Oh, Cucurella come back, Cucurella come back, Cucurella come back." So I didn't really understand the type of the Chilwell thing really. I like Chilwell,
mm,
but I think people are kind of flip flopping with Chilwell. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're saying bring Chilwell back, but people for me, I think Chilwell needs time. If he was to come back, I'm not saying he is, but I'm just saying the situation. If
mm,
Chilwell was to come back, I do think he'll need some time to settle in because he's been through a lot of injuries. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
for sure. I agree
um,
with you about Chilwell because you see what happened last time. He came back and
hmm
he wasn't
and he got
ready,
injured again. You see what I'm
and he got
saying?
it because he wasn't ready. So, and plus, even if he's ready, it's going to take him a few games to get back to 100%. And Cucurella's been playing, so for me, he's the right
Yeah,
option
so it's
now.
about match sharpness. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for now, Cucurella has to be starting the game, and we're kind of blessed we got him because there was no other left back in the market. And if Chua was injured again, then who
Mm,
would we play at left back? We'll be having that means we have to play a full swing back, whether it's Sterling, which we don't like. Do you get what I'm saying? So
mm,
yeah, so we need to have Cucurella there. We just have to pray he doesn't get injured as well. Do you get what I'm saying? Because then
yeah,
otherwise, oh, actually, we have Lewis Hall, so that'll be okay. So, and,
for sure.
yeah,
Yeah, go certify. Yeah,
but for
go.
me, yeah, but for me, I think Chelsea need to try a bit. If we need to try a bit on our movement. I have been watching Chelsea, and I do think we have to move a bit more, even when players don't have the ball. I mean in possession as well. We need to be a bit move, and we need to create more options for ourselves. That's why I said on the space that these players, the reason why we thrive for a back three is because they know they have options close to them. Do you know what I'm saying? Unlike the back four, where everything is just so expansive. Do you get what I'm saying? So
Mm,
you cannot make a back four expansive if you move a lot while a player's on the ball or come short when the player needs you under pressure. But this is why I say Chelsea are the most laziest team because in the back four, Chelsea just stay where they are and they expect someone else to get out under pressure instead of coming in short. And I don't know if you guys have realized it, but is it just me? When you looked at the first game, do I blame the centre backs for playing ring around the roses, ring around the roses in the back line? No, um, because let's be honest, everyone was just standing near the Nottingham Forest back line. No one came short to support them and progress the football. Do
mm.
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
you're right.
and that's just a
Yeah.
sign of laziness. Do you get what I'm saying? For me, Potter never set them up like this. That's how I know because Graham Potter had the players that will move around. He would tell them as well. Do you know what I'm saying? And compared to the youngsters did what they did when they came on, and they really did show Potter football, glimpses of Potter football. It's just for me, the senior players that weren't doing it more.
Mm.
But that's just it's a conversation for another time, really. But
Yeah, it's
I
true
do,
though. Yeah.
I do hope we can improve in that. And if we're concerned about Aspilicueta um going forward, why don't we play that back forward that transitions to a back three? Like the way C and Arsenal do it. I know we don't have the players, but once we build the players, I think that's what we need to do. If we get in the players in January, that's what we need to do. Well, whether or not we get a new right back or not,
Mm.
I'm hearing about Pedro Porro links, but we'll see what happens in it. Um, there's been a funny story with Pedro Porro and João
Yeah, oh,
Felix,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
so if
God.
he comes, that'll be a bit of interesting. It'll be very
Yeah, I don't
interesting.
think if it's true that story, then he ain't coming.
Nick,
know,
it is
just-
true. You know, it's
You
actually
sure?
it's very
Yeah.
true.
We'll just get
Yeah.
John Terry back, and that'd be an interesting one as well.
Yeah, I don't
That's
think
what
it's true. If it's true, he ain't gonna come easy.
Yeah.
But I don't
Anyway,
think
guys,
it's true.
I got to run. So
All
all
right,
the best for the
Max.
rest of the show.
Yeah,
Guys. Take care.
take care,
Cheers.
Max.
Cheers.
That's it,
Yeah,
Max.
yeah, yeah. I don't think that story's true. It's come out, from everywhere. God, makes me
Nick,
laugh though. Yeah,
you know, it actually is. I'm not even joking.
yeah.
I'm not talking about the Pedro Porro coming to Chelsea. I'm talking about the situation with him and João Felix.
Are you
It
sure?
was on the news. I'm not even joking.
What news?
Yeah, it's
The
true.
Portuguese
Nick,
news.
it's true about that. What JK is
Is it?
talking
Yeah,
about.
but what
Yeah,
news? What news was it on?
it was on the Portuguese news.
Really?
And it was a reliable source, and
Hmm.
and it
I'm
happened.
still.
It
Yeah, go
happened
on.
last year.
I don't know. It could be true, but
By the
Oh
way,
yeah, I
Nick.
got
By
some
the way,
news,
Nick.
guys.
yeah.
Benfica
Yeah.
signed a midfielder today.
Ah,
I've
really?
got other news. Southampton are 2-0 up against Man City in the first
Really?
half.
God.
Yep,
See what I
yep.
mean about us?
So City are getting knocked. Oh, as it stands, it looks like City are getting knocked out.
Quarter-final, yeah.
Yep,
Quarter-final. And,
yep.
it shows how bad we were. We couldn't show up for a cup game.
And
Yeah.
you know that's the same City team that beat us 4-0.
Of course, I know. City don't play rubbish teams that want to win every game, but see, it shows even Southampton can beat them. We're the only ones who can't beat City this year. Really.
It
Unbelievable.
is what it is. We all said
Yeah.
but I do think I want to comment on this João Felix signing. I do like João Felix.
Well, man, let's
It
read
depends.
this. I'll let you answer this question.
Yeah,
Willie Blessed is saying, is there a chance of signing João Felix on a permanent end of season? I heard he's extending his Atletico contract. Yeah, nothing's impossible, Willie. Even if he's extending his contract, if he really wants to stay at Chelsea end of the season, there's no way. We're going to have to pay a lot, but if he performs and shows we need him, then Bowley will pay the money. If he wants to stay like this. And I like what his words today. You see his interview. He was really excited to come to us. He talks really good. He understands English. Yeah, I like what I saw of him in his interview. Yeah, anyone else? Certified, what you think?
yeah.
about
João
that?
Felix is a good player. Great
Yeah, no, I
creativity.
mean,
He looks
I think-
fast on the
do
ball
you-
in training. He looks fast on the
yeah.
ball.
Do you not
Yeah.
think that we have a chance to keep him? Like I said.
Nick, I'll answer that. Look, I'll answer.
All right, yeah, go, John.
Chelsea Football Club and Chelsea supporters are not in a position at the moment. Our most important thing is tomorrow, and
Yeah,
after that is Sunday. That's what everyone
Yeah.
at the club needs to concentrate on. Will we keep him? Will we keep? That will sort itself out at the end of the season. If he's
Yeah,
crap, that's the answer. If he's good, well, who knows? As far as lineups go, I would not pick Ziyech, Havertz, and João Felix up front tomorrow. It'll be like ping pong. The ball will just keep coming back. It will just keep coming back.
Yeah,
So that's the problem with those three up top. Look, if you were Silva in the Fulham hotel tonight, you don't need to put complicated coaching patterns on the whiteboard. You just say to Dan, James, and William,
All right.
put your feet up.
John.
Put your feet up. Now let me
All
finish,
right.
please. Put your
Yeah,
feet
go on.
up. Put your feet up. Save all the energy you like. All we're going to do is play the ball in behind Chelsea's fullbacks or into the channels,
Yeah.
and we're going to play that good old Sunday morning football. Chase the ball.
So who's
That's
your
what I would
top?
say. Dan James, who has moved on from Manchester United to Leeds, who's been moved
Yeah.
on from Leeds to Fulham,
Hmm.
he potentially will embarrass this team tomorrow. And that if I was Silva, play the ball in behind the fullbacks, into the channels, run onto them. That's what I would say, because we cannot turn when the ball is played in behind us. We look absolutely embarrassing. So I would play 5 at the back, or call it 5 at the back if you like, 3 at the back. You cannot play for all his virtues, you cannot play Aspilicueta as a lone right back. We all know what will happen. You can write the script now. So I've got no objection to Shalabar playing. I thought he was exposed on Sunday by the formation. Whoever put him at right back, if that was Potter, I think my friend Graham needs to look at that again. You cannot expose that lad playing right back on his own. You want to play him as part of the three at the back, fine. But to play Aspilicueta in a flat back four, we all know what's going to happen. We all know what's going to happen. That ball, ping it into the corner flags, or the corner flag, and they'll just get up. They'll just get up the field very, very quickly, and we will pass the raw ball around at the back and make pretty little patterns and get absolutely nowhere. And my other bit of advice is this: it just infuriates me. Kepa, what the hell are you doing? Stop playing the big I am and start playing goalkeeper. I don't want to see you eyeballing the penalty take. I want to see you saving the ball. Stop all that fucking nonsense.
Yeah, but you did. Go on,
just play the bloody game and let's win. That's the purpose of the game tomorrow, to win. Stop all this flash nonsense. We're 10th in the league. We can't hit a barn door with a banjo. Concentrate on the game. Stop all that nonsense. And let's try and ping the ball forward to whoever is playing, up front. That's my advice. Sorry to rattle on.
No, that's all right. Go ahead, John. John, so talking about the top three, so who would you start? Top three.
I would start Diego Costa,
Drogba,
Eden Hazard,
and Drogba. Yeah.
No. Drogba generation before. I'd go with Look, whoever plays tomorrow, Nick. We started off the conversation with this. Whoever plays tomorrow. Look, let me put it this way. I spoke to an away season ticket holder the other day. He was at Manchester. I asked him about the chance about Thomas Tuchel and Roman Abramovich. I'll come back to that. Last Thursday, I went to the home game. All those doomsters on Twitter who were saying Chelsea were going to lose 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, 7-0.
Yeah.
If it got embarrassing last Thursday, I did think that there might be a Roman Abramovich chant. Anyway, my friend who was at the game, he is an away season ticket holder. And he said 8,000 Chelsea fans, pockets of the Chelsea support was singing that.
Yeah, it was
now,
half
here's
and
the
half.
danger. Here's the danger for Chelsea Football Club. We lose ignominiously tomorrow.
God.
We do badly on Sunday. Let's say a home draw.
That's bad.
If the home fans start turning, if the atmosphere becomes toxic, there is a danger that we go down the Hicks and Gillette route at Liverpool. I heard a Liverpool fan on Twitter earlier today talk the most almighty load of nonsense, pontificating that every manager, talking about Potter, every manager deserves a pre-season and a full season to show his worth. Well, what planet is that bloke living on? Has he got a really, really short memory? Hodgson lasted 30 games at Liverpool before they hounded him out.
Yeah,
the bloke was talking unadulterated nonsense. So don't listen to these doomsters from other football clubs. They know now, but they make an awful lot of noise. But the danger is that the club becomes toxic. That we go down the Hicks and Gillette route at Liverpool, or we go down the Glazier route at Manchester United. And I promise you, that's what we do not want. Because once you do that, you start any progress back a month, 2 months, 6 months, 1 year, however long it is. So Potter and that bloody football team, they need to do their bit by showing up, showing a bit of fight, playing to their strengths, and generally putting in a good performance. If they go to, for those of you who haven't been to Fulham, if that lot go to Fulham tomorrow night and a cold wind comes up the Thames and they want to get off the pitch as quickly as possible, fellas, keep running. Fulham Broadway, Putney Bridge Station isn't too far. Get on the tube, go home, and stay there
forever.
You can write the script for what may happen tomorrow. Let's make sure, and that lot make sure that they put in a performance.
That's why we, me, Bobby, we went for a lot of a few changes. We want to see Zakaria, Chukwuemeka, if possible, Felix, but I don't think he will start. Lewis Hall for sure. Bring these players in now, and maybe Bashu Ali as well. But I get what you're saying, John. But I'm going on Sunday against Palace. I say that now because it's not if we win or lose against Fulham. That doesn't mean a thing. I'll still be going whatever happens. But you yourself will be there, and you can imagine the atmosphere.
I'll be there.
Of course, I'll be in the Matthew Harding lower on the side.
I will be with the East Upper Mandem.
All right, yeah, I'll be near the Cyprus flag. I think that's where we are.
Right. Okay.
Anyway, and so if we have to go tomorrow night and show fight, like you said. We have enough great players at this club, and they should do. Should be showing us some fight, like they did against City in the first half. Show us some of that. That's all we can hope for.
Yeah, can I just say something?
Sorry, Sir, 1 second. I'll just finish. If things go bad tomorrow night, and say we lose 3 or 4-0, it could happen. Then imagine everyone who's going on Sunday is going to be for what. So I'm not saying put out now. I will never say to next end of the season, early next season. I'll give him a chance. But if we get slaughtered by Fulham, it's going to be someone's going to have to answer for it, and it's the manager, I'm afraid. Yeah, go on, Sarafaya. You were just want to go. So, sorry, Hassan. Welcome to you, Hassan. Can you hear us, Hassan?
Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you for inviting me on, Nick.
Yeah, as always. I'll come to you after Sarafaya says his point. Sarafaya? Yeah, go on.
Yeah, John mentioned something, and John, you're not the only one. I'm scared of that as well. Do you know when we become such a toxic? I have a toxic atmosphere. I don't want us to, like, for example, people are talking about it already. Certain fans were saying, I do not want Chelsea to go on the route in the way AFTV was. Do you get what I'm saying?
I agree wholeheartedly.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, and I agree. Let me tell you why. Because a toxic fan base slows down the progression. Do you get what I'm saying? And the more we keep supporting the way we do, this is why I said, Nick, I'm proud of the way. I'm proud of our fans. Do you know what I'm saying? Still filling up that stadium whilst we're going through this drought. You know what I'm saying?
We always fill the stadium. We make noise.
I know, but clubs would have lost it by now.
We should be making more noise. I think we should be making a lot more noise as well at the bridge.
Yeah, Nick, because let me tell you this. If this was Man United and Arsenal, they boo their players off the pitch. I'm happy Chelsea did not do that. And we haven't done that. Still had tolerance.
We haven't done that, have we, John? We haven't.
Exactly.
I haven't.
We have not.
Historically, we haven't.
No, we haven't.
Even now, we haven't.
I don't want to do that. Never have.
We shouldn't.
Never will.
No one should do it.
How bad? All right, we got upset when we got relegated that time, John. The first time we went down, we wasn't happy, but still, I didn't boo the players. I knew they could be bounce back and come back up. which we did. Yeah, you're right there. What you're saying.
As I was saying as well,
Yeah.
I said a toxic fan base can slow down the progression. Look
Mm.
at the way Man United were putting
I agree.
rioting their stadium and everything. Do you get what I'm saying? And it took them how many years to win a trophy? 5. And it
Yeah.
only took for them. I'm not saying it only took for them. I know the process took a bit long with their managers switching and everything, finding the right one, but it took their time for their fans to settle down. Do you get what I'm saying? That's why they're playing good football. I didn't think Man United was that great atmosphere. Same with Arsenal. If you look at the way they treated Granit Xhaka, the way they gave him death
Oh
threats
God,
from his
yeah.
own
Never
fans,
forget. Oh
do you get what
yeah.
I'm saying?
They
He
were the
got
worst
subbed
of
off.
the
I
lot.
think it was against Palace, and then they booed him off the whole stadium.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Chelsea did not. This
And not
one,
only
this is
that, they didn't turn up for games. They
they
didn't
didn't
feel,
exactly.
you
Let
know.
me tell you.
Yeah,
Remember,
go on.
a certified. Sorry to interrupt. I'll tell you one. People say they don't believe in fan power. I'll give you an example of fan power at Stamford Bridge. When Hoddle, who did a fantastic job at Chelsea, was offered the England job, you can't stand in the way of an English coach taking the national job. Although he'd done a fantastic job at Chelsea, you got to go for the England job. That's just natural progression. One of it's great honour, isn't it, to be the coach of your national side.
We were crying
There
at
was
the
talk.
time.
There was
Go on.
talk. There was talk in the media of George Graham. George effing Graham, although an ex-Chelsea player, 1-0 to the Arsenal and all that sort of stuff. One of the most boring managers. Although they're fairly successful under him,
They
and
were,
that whole stadium sang, "You can stick George Graham where the sun don't shine."
Yeah. I'll never
And
forget.
Bates appointed Hullet.
Yeah.
And it's one of the best things that the Chelsea fan base ever did. You can stick George Graham
I'll
up
never
your...
forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Can I add something to
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, go on. Yeah,
A bit of
go on.
what's
Go
going
on, then
on.
I'll go to Hassan after you, Bobby. Go on.
A bit of what's going on recently, and something we discussed at the beginning of the stream.
Yeah.
We've got to be. I mean, I made myself quite unpopular on another stream because I stuck up for the club, and I spoke out against demonizing the club. We have these groups, these little media groups that sow seeds against the management, against the ownership, and the fan base. Some of them are picking up on this. And at a time when the results aren't going well, these things only gather pace. And this is what disunites and collapses the progress and the plans of the club. So we need to be really careful how we verbalize or emotionalize our feelings towards the current circumstances. For example, losing tomorrow at Fulham is totally unacceptable. But you're right, is booing Potter at this point advisable? I'm not sure it is, as much as I'll probably want to
do it.
You know what I mean? But, I'm not sure it is. And we've got to be smart because there are some real mischief makers out there, and they're turning the fan base against each other, against what the ownership's doing, against everything. You buy this player, oh, they shouldn't have bought this player. They don't buy this player, oh, they should have bought this player. All that nonsense.
And it's Bobby, and it's it's a lot of people who the ones who won't put out shouting put out is the ones. Mostly the ones
they
who
wanted Tuchel out, didn't they?
The ones who didn't want Tuchel out, and they were dead against it. No one wanted it to go that early. Yes, me, you, we agree. But some of them were gutted when he left, and that's why they don't want Potter. I know a few people like that. Not most of us, but there is a few. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Yeah, I wasn't finished. I got cut off.
Sorry.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Go on. Finish your point. I'll go to Hassan.
Sorry, Hassan.
And then after, welcome Dex as well. Let's say welcome to Dex.
You're welcome, Dex. Listen.
Dex, are you there?
Hello, guys. Hope you're all good.
You see, Southampton, I think I've knocked City out the quarterfinals.
No. The second
What?
half has just started.
Oh God!
Second half has just started. There's a long way to go yet.
All right, I wasn't watching it, but they're winning 2-0. I heard.
There's a long way to
Certified
go.
still waiting to finish his point.
Yeah, go on,
Yeah.
certified. Yeah, sorry.
So
Yeah.
as I was saying, I was speaking about what the toxic fan base of Arsenal did to the club. It took them a bit slower for them to progress, 5 years, and even the confidence lost a lot of the players lost a lot of confidence. Man United as well, the way they were talking about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, bringing posters and banners saying Ole out, Ole out, Ole out, every game, raiding the stadium, everything. And of course, that would do some damage to the owners because I'm not saying the Glazers were good. I'm just saying like it can. I think people did say that the raid of the stadium helped the Glazers back Ten Hag a bit, but I don't agree with that. And the constant the constant banners that are used, I don't think it gets to the players sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And Man United did have a meltdown. I don't want Chelsea to have that. And with the fans
Yeah.
we have, I don't. God knows how it's gonna be. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, we could even do worse, but I pray we didn't. That's why, so far, I'm happy with the way the fans have been supporting the club. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
this season, like attending all games, no matter what. The city, if
And
even if the
shouting.
even if
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Even if the games looked that we will not win, people still went full crowd every game,
You know
sold
what
out ticket
happened?
every
Now
two
you
hour.
said that sort of, me, John, were there last Thursday against
Exactly. Wait,
City.
Nick, let me finish.
And yeah, and no, just 1 second. And because they showed
Yeah,
us a performance and fight, we lost 1-0, but we went home satisfied. Not happy, but satisfied. Go on.
yeah, yeah,
Go on,
and then
sorry.
there's that as well. But like, even when you said Nick as well, you said Arsenal and Man United. There was a time when they stopped buying tickets when
Yeah.
having a run like us. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, look at the rates last season. Did you see when Arsenal played Chelsea? We beat them 2-0 last season at the Emirates. Do
Mm.
you see how many tickets were
Empty. Yeah.
exactly? Do you see how many seats were empty on the top? And did you see? And it was recorded on the Mirror and the Telegraph. That
Mm.
is the most what do you call it? The most least selling derby game in time because of the Arsenal fans. They didn't have hope after that City game, and they just sold their ticket. Some even sold their own season tickets. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, which is not the way to go. And I hope Chelsea do
No,
not become this way.
we're
Do you
not
know what I'm
like that.
saying? I
Especially,
know, but
yeah, go on.
future,
Yeah.
going in the future, I know people say it will take time. And I think the more we back these players, the quicker the process will be. Do you get what
Hmm.
I'm saying? I mean, and more consistent we were. Man City as well, they went through something bad as well
Mm.
before the success came in. All it
Oh
just took
yeah.
was support and patience. Do you get what I'm saying? And look where they are now. They've never gone out of their way to abuse players and boo them off.
No.
Do you get what I'm saying? Chelsea have never been a booing club. That's why we were able to get success, and we supported the team in the stadiums. Do you get what I'm saying? We were loud. Do you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I know right now it's not the case, but
But yeah. Go on.
the good thing, at least we can take some part and say we're not
Mm.
abusing the players. We're not booing anyone off. We're still clapping the players off. We still sing sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying at least we don't bring in banners. At least we don't sing Potter out in the stadium. Do you know what I'm saying?
No.
I'm just
Not
worried
yet.
about the future and the way these Chelsea fans are growing on social media, talking
Yeah.
about, oh, let's organize
A lot of
something
these, a
to
lot of
get the
them
owners.
fans on Twitter, probably most of them haven't been to Stamford Bridge anyway. Certified.
Yeah,
Most of them, I'll tell you, millions of them haven't. It's crazy.
yeah,
Go finish your point and go to Hassan. I know he's been
yeah. That's what I
waiting
have to
on.
say. Really, I just don't want
Yeah,
Chelsea to become this toxic club as
yeah.
Johnson. I'm scared of that.
No, that will never happen. We're not Arsenal. We never have been Arsenal. We never have been United or Liverpool. We're completely different. That's why, we had bad days, but we survived. We always come back up and won trophies. Let's go to Hassan. Sorry to keep you waiting. Then I'll go to you next.
No. It's all good, man. As long as everyone gets this point and
Yeah.
gets this say,
No.
I'm sure I'm happy to wait for my turn. But
Yeah.
anyways, these last couple of weeks have been quite disappointing. Below average, let's say. These players, a lot of them have given up. I'm pretty sure, Nick, you probably see that some of the players don't
Oh,
even
of course.
clap the
Yeah.
fans anymore. It's gone to the point where it's starting to get real toxic, and give it a couple of games and they might end up swearing at Potter. I do feel for Potter, because the hardest part about Chelsea is the rebuild phase. I feel like that's the toughest part for any manager. And whether you guys think or not, Potter is the right manager. He has to be that guy that gets rid of the core set of players, the core players that always get some managers sacked. Because otherwise, we're going to be here for the next 10 years, keep sacking managers over and over again, wasting money on them. And yeah, I'm sorry. I know there's going to be much going fans that are frustrated. And yeah, it is annoying. You pay your money, you pay your money, your hard-earned money to go there, watch them week in, week out, only for them not to perform. I understand that, but this is the toughest part about Chelsea. It's the rebuild phase. And Bowley's got a lot of things to do. So for me, right, I'm not going to blame Potter or anyone, because at the end of the day, it's up to Bowley to get the right man in and the right players to back him. And you've seen Potter himself. He's been wanting a midfielder. He's been wanting a right back. He's been wanting reinforcements in the squad. If he doesn't get it by end of the window, and if it's only João Felix, which I'm not gonna lie to you, I do have my reservations about João Felix, simply because our midfield is non-existent, and you've even seen it when Klopp's midfield and Klopp had his injuries. Liverpool went from competing to Champions League and title to a mid-table club. And I think that's going to be crucial this window, is to bring in the reinforcements, bring in midfielder, bring in a right back. I'm sure the scouts are doing their job. I'm sure there's someone out there for 20 million that can fit the job, or even a loan for 6 months like we're doing with Felix. And I don't know what to say. The Felix signing for me, it sounds like a Bowley signing. Bowley loves these marketing players, these Nkukus, Felix. Who else is out there? That's the next hot prospect, Enzo Fernandez. I mean, Enzo's actually kind of good. That's the different point. That's just, I don't think the club is willing to pay 100 million for him. And it's understandable. But I think based on FFP and based on other things, I think we should be going for cheaper alternatives. So once we get rid of the players that don't want to be here, then we can start fishing big again. And yeah, my only thing is just, I know some of you will say Potter, this is not. You just gotta give him time to get rid of the players. There has to be that one guy that takes the hit. If he's not good enough for the job, Potter will set up a team that would win the league or Champions League for the next manager that's proven. And I'm pretty sure there will be a proven manager in the next couple of years available.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Well, we don't like losing, and drawing, going out of the cup with no fight. We don't like it, Hassan. But we're still going to Chelsea, supporting the club. And Potter, like I said, it's too early. Everything's new. We have a sporting director now. He's going to do his job. It's just taken over Bowley's role. Bowley's no longer going to, have a big say about players and all that, because he doesn't know football. Doesn't know. That's why he got the Christopher Rivera. And with him and Potter together, let's hope they get it right. I will give him, to the start of next season. Let him have a summer window. Let him have the first few games, but he has to start winning. We have to not just challenge next year. We have to win trophies if the club is going to go forward. So it's up to Potter to get it right now. He's got 4 signings, which he asked for. He got them. Bowley put the money down. And we got the 4 players: Felix, Bucciali, Santos, Fofana, maybe more coming still. So now it's up to him to get tough, drop the players who are off form, for tomorrow night, and play Zakaria, play Chukwuemeka, play who else? Play Lewis Hall, players like that. They have to start. That's why he has to do that. He has to change his ways for me. Yeah. Let's Dex. Let's welcome you.
Yeah, hello. How's it going?
Yeah, I'll come back to you, Hassan, to hear your lineup as well in a minute. Yeah. We've been talking about everything from the team who should play tomorrow night. What's going on with the usual, the bad performances of late, the usual stuff. And can we go to Fulham and put things right? Then go on Sunday at home to Palace and put that right. To win 2 games is big, especially when you're playing like we are. But if they can do that, win 2 games, those Dex, they will get confidence. And go on. I'll let you say.
Yeah, obviously, hope everyone's good in the stream. Obviously, Chelsea, you guys are in a predicament, same as us. It's just one of those seasons where, you expect that, the season you're expecting the start season, had a high aspirations and stuff like that. But then, reality hits you and you go, oh, we're just having one of those bad seasons. It's just one of those seasons. It's just one of those predicaments. There's a lot of things. Injuries and performances and form and a lot of change. It's a lot of different stuff to take into consideration. And obviously, I know that some Chelsea fans they're not happy at the moment, and they're a bit fed up. Which, do you know what I mean? It's understandable, but at the same time, you just gotta reality's just got to hit you that there's a lot of different things going on, and they all play a part on and off the pitch. So at the end of the day, I think Fulham, again, it's a hard game. They're not an easy team to beat. They haven't lost yet out of their last 3 league games. And they gave us a really good game start of the season at Craven Cottage. But yeah, it's just one of those things. I keep saying this for every game for Chelsea. They just gotta, be brave and get at teams and not try and keep the ball as much, and obviously try and keep the ball, but be a bit more like positive with the ball. Do you know what I mean? Instead of all this negativity going sideways and backwards and all that, just have a crack and see what happens. But at the end of the day, some of the players, they're not playing great on form. And at the end of the day, the only thing that can turn it around for Chelsea is that if the players turn up confident and they can get that win. And a win can do wonders for a team mentally. And it can lift spirits as well. But I agree with what you said, Nick. I think, looking at the Man City game, I think Potter got the team wrong personally. I think there were some players that should not have played in that team or started even. But yeah, I agree with what you said. He needs to give some players a chance, give them a crack, like Hutchinson, Lewis Hall, Chukwuemeka, Zakaria, just give these players a chance, see what they can do because, they're sitting on the bench and the players that Potter's keep giving starts to, the last couple of games, they've not been performing. So, I think he just needs to change up, refresh. And there's nothing wrong with refreshing it up or changing it because a lot of managers do it. Klopp does it, Guardiola does it a lot. Arteta does it. Do you know what I mean? They always change the team up, to refresh. So I think Potter needs to do that. But we'll have to see what happens when they go to Fulham. But yeah, obviously it'll be interesting to see as well if I don't know if he's eligible to play yet. João Felix, I don't know if he is or not.
Yeah, we're not sure. Yeah,
but if he is eligible, maybe even give him a chance. Start him, see what he can do. I know it's his first game, but you know, we played Gakpo in his first game in the FA Cup against Wolves, and you know he wasn't bad. So
Yeah.
you know, just see what happens. But yeah, it's pretty much everything. That's pretty much what I want to say.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, sticking with players off form just doesn't make any sense for me, and that's what happened against City.
Mm,
These players shouldn't be playing. A lot of them shouldn't.
yeah,
I just hope we get it right tomorrow.
yeah.
I'm going to be at the Palace game on Sunday.
Mm.
I just got a ticket tonight, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but I just want to see them, all right, perform, show some fights,
Mm,
and get it. Even if we try and we don't win, even at Fulham, we get a draw and we've really played well. Yeah, I won't be going mad. It's
yeah.
too early to shout for Potter to go
Mm.
Potter out for
Oh
me.
yeah, I agree. Yeah,
I'll give him to next season.
yeah,
Let him have a pre-season. Let him have a summer window. Then we see. Let him have the first few games and see how he goes.
yeah.
Then he should know his team by then. It's too. He's had.
Mm.
It hasn't been easy for him as well, really.
No, it hasn't.
All the injuries didn't help. Uh, World Cup didn't help. So he hasn't really got used to the
Mm.
players, really.
Yeah, no.
If
Yeah,
if
it's
we're
true.
truthful. But even me, I'll get angry sometimes, and I'll go mad about him and his assistant because it's just they
Yeah.
stand there, they don't show nothing. And
Mm.
I was
This is the
right next to
problem.
them against City
Yeah.
last. I told you last Thursday. I
Mm.
was there right next to them, and God, and it wasn't just me; it was the other fans sitting with me. God, who's that? Dumb and dumber. God, and everyone said, but we wasn't shouting, to get them
No.
out. You know
Mm.
what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like
know what you mean.
it's, it's just we had to, we lost, but we showed fight. And
Yeah.
that's what I didn't like on Sunday when we went out
Mm.
like that in the cup. You should have
Yeah.
had a stronger team for that game.
Yeah, this is the problem. Like,
Yeah,
it's tricky because it's one of those scenarios where, yes, there's a lot of things that went against Potter, but at the same time, though, there's a lot of things that go against him, though. Like, like the team selections and the tactics and the way he
yeah,
lines up and how he goes into games. It's
but
just it's a tricky one, really. But
yeah, it's tricky. But now he's got we say 4 players in. I don't know
yeah,
about João Felix if he's got the permit.
mm.
For me, he should start. He's been
Oh yeah, I
training.
agree.
He's
Yeah,
been playing. He's ready to go. The way he talked today, if you saw him, he's ready to go. Ziyech has to start.
oh yeah,
Chukwuemeka, Lewis Hall, Zakaria. These players have to start for me.
yeah.
And that's
I'm
what I want to see. I want to see him take. Don't listen to Mason Mount. Oh, I have to get game time because I'm Mason Mount. Or
yeah,
Giorgino, I'm the Italian wonder. You can't drop me. People like that, they have to be dropped.
yeah.
Get firm.
Hmm.
If I see him get firm, then I will love Potter. That's what I
Yeah.
want to see. God,
I mean,
yeah.
the João Felix still, like, my personal opinion on it, like when I first saw it broke out, I was like thinking to myself, like, João Felix, like, is he the right answer? But think about it short term, he's not a bad player, he's quite
Mm.
good. He plays in a very defensive Atletico team, which ideally you don't get a lot
Doesn't
of
help him.
success
Yeah,
going forward, and he's young, so again that's good. But you know, obviously he's on a lot of money with Chelsea, but at the end of the
mm.
day, if he can perform and he can help Chelsea in the short term, try and get him in the top 4, then happy days. He's done his bit.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
it's just one of those deals, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, and and you never know if he's that good, and and we start winning, and he loves London and the London life, and he might want to stay with us. You never know.
Yeah, true.
Bowley has the money to make that possible. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter if he signed a new contract.
Mm.
If he wants to go stay with us, he could well do that. But time will show. Let's hope, he does. I like the player a lot. He's still young, but he's got skill. And plus, he can create and score,
Yeah,
which we don't have many. What, hardly
yeah.
no one?
I think that's a big factor.
Yeah, go on, Deals. Yeah.
Which players do you reckon will be sold in this window?
It's hard. It's very hard. This window, I don't think anyone's going to be sold this window.
You don't think so?
With the injury crisis, there's no chance.
Yeah,
Summer,
Hassan, you're right.
you'll-
In the summer, I think deals in the summer.
I
we're
don't
gonna
think
see.
because of that rule. Because of that rule, to how many players we're allowed to sign it. Yeah, I think we will get rid of someone. Someone will go. I think if it's anybody, it will be either Ruben Loftus-Cheek or Ziyech. One of the two.
It depends. The issue is Sonny will play good now. I don't know. Let's bring back John. John just went out and come back.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's all right, John. I'll jump out. Yeah. So I don't know really about that, but for me, I don't think anyone's going to go right now in January. It'd be the summer, even Pulisic, Jorginho. We have to wait and see who else are going to get in before the players start going out.
Nick,
normally, like towards the end, normally towards the end of the window, Nick, that's where moves happen. Normally, that's like loans and stuff towards the end of the window.
Pulisic's going to be with us for the season. If he's out for 8 weeks, he's out for 8 weeks.
He's already out for a few months, hasn't he?
That's beyond the transfer window. So we've got him until
Pulisic's out for 2 months, isn't it?
So he's out. We've got him till May and June, aren't we? The lucky ones.
Yeah. It's true.
So he's not going. He's not going anywhere.
No.
He's staying.
At least he won't be on the pitch. That's for now, anyway.
Not for 8 weeks.
Even me. I don't want to say anything about our players, but they haven't been performing, have they? Really. Yeah. I don't know what John's. John, where did you go? You're there.
Yeah, no, I'm here. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you are. Sorry. Hassan, what's your predicted lineup for you? Who would you like to see tomorrow, as well?
I mean, I wouldn't mind having a couple of the new signings play, as well as players like Chukwuemeka and other players that played against Man City, like Omari Hutchinson and stuff. It's simply because I know that the way they never don't even try. I want players that could actually try and play tomorrow and produce a win.
Facts, Hassan.
Even if the players tried the way they tried against City, I think we'd pull off a win, especially with the fresh young players and João Felix up front as well. I want to be honest, I don't want it too young and I don't want it too old. I want a balance to mix with experience, and whoever we got available in the midfield, whether it's Jorginho, Kovacic, I want them there just because of the experience. And up front, I don't know, João Felix will probably not play tomorrow because he's just recently signed, so
but he might come off the bench.
Or he'll come off the bench for like 10 minutes or something, and I just want a young, fresh attack that's willing to play tomorrow and listen to Potter's tactics. Midfield, I'll probably want to see Chukwuemeka. Right back is probably a youngster or someone there. Anyone, probably Hakim Ziyech as a right wing back or something. Defenders, probably Chalobah, Koulibaly, and Silva as a back three. Is Silva back here? Is Thiago Silva fit, right?
Yeah, he'll be playing for sure tomorrow.
It'll probably be a 3-4-3 with what I said. I think that'll probably be the formation tomorrow. And I can't wait to see the young talents that we've got. And why not give them a try? The season's a write-off anyway, so...
Yeah. True. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, I want to see these players tomorrow. Let's hope Paula does that. Just with this, now Dex is gone. We have Liverpool fan in the chat. Bill, sorry, what's your name? Bo? Mac Brevin, Bo. Yeah, thoughts on Liverpool. Liverpool, there's similar situation like us, I think. They're not getting. They need a midfield revamp like we do. I think they're going, but it's gonna be hard for them even to for them to get top four, let alone us. The way it's going right now, with Newcastle on form. So yeah, I had Dex was here, a Liverpool fan we have on the panel always, but he just left. He would have talked a lot about Liverpool as well. But yeah, it's very hard times for Chelsea and Liverpool. It's hard, but I don't know if City or
Was
still.
the rebuild at any point during your time when you were watching Chelsea? Were they this bad or?
I've seen worse than this, Hassan, but I've seen worse teams. But even the worst teams, even the ones we went down, relegated, at least they fought for the badge. They fought for that badge. They tried their best. And because in those days, Chelsea didn't have the money to buy great players, we had to play with our youth, most of the generations, all coming from the youth. But we had some unbelievable teams from the youth, like in the 70s, the first time we won the FA Cup, all them players, every single one of them, all 12. The squad was only, we had a squad, but it was 12 players mainly because only one sub could come on. They were unbelievable. We won the FA Cup against the best team at the time, Leeds United. They were the champions of England, and they were the best team around in Europe in those days. Then Liverpool come along, like my friend here probably knows, and but we showed fight. I can't remember a team, especially like against Arsenal this year, who doesn't show nothing. That's Arsenal. It's always been a big London derby. With Tottenham, Arsenal, West Ham, mostly them three. We showed fight. It didn't matter how bad we were. It's a big difference. This team is not showing nothing, especially at City last week. Forest was the worst one lately, but no, I've never seen worse. Never. But I'll still go there. I'm still going. I'm going Sunday. I just hope they go and win tomorrow and go, get that winning mentality back. Yeah. Yes. Let's see what he's saying here.
Nick.
Yeah. Go ahead, Deals.
What do you think of the sporting director side of things? What do you think of that Christopher Beville guy being sporting director now? Do you think Todd Bowley will step down away from all business side of things?
Yeah, I think he has already. That's why. What's the point of getting Christopher Beville? Of course, Bowley will have the last say, but it's a sporting director who will choose the players now. With the manager, they will talk together, and they will go to Bowley. We think this player is good for the team, this and that, and then it's up to Bowley to agree, pay the money. That's a sporting director. That's what he's getting big money at Chelsea. So yeah, because Todd Bowley is not a football man. We mustn't forget. So now we have
his signings. They're all well-known players.
Yeah.
They're all players that we know. And they're not really proper scouted players. He went for Koulibaly because he was the best one available that he knew at the time. And
at the time,
but he was doing it by himself. Yeah,
at the time, Koulibaly, we lost
doing
Rudiger.
it by himself, with Egbali.
Yeah.
Them two were doing it by
was
themselves.
Tuchel. Don't forget, it was Tuchel when we got.
Tuchel was not involved. Tuchel was not involved in any sort of deal. I believe that the only one that he was.
No,
involved
he was.
The only one that he was fully involved in, I think it was Raheem Sterling, and he. You know how I know? Do you know how I know he was only?
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, go on.
Because he done a statement. And
Yeah,
the rest of the other transfers, he didn't do no statements.
yeah, but he, because he left Tuchel to. That's why they fell out in the end, because Tuchel had to do the sporting director side, the managers. You know, in the end they fell out. That's what. That's why they fell out mostly. Plus a lot of other things, which we know. But well, we don't want to go back to Tuchel now. Let's read this comment here. Hold on. Zuckerberry. Zuckerberry. If we can't win 3 games from now, it's better Potter to leave. Anyone thoughts on that?
It's a bit harsh.
Very
Very
hard.
harsh.
But you know what you say. Say we lose the next 3 games, Fulham,
No
Palace,
matter what
Liverpool.
happens now, I don't think nothing's gonna happen to Potter.
Unless Potter's tipped to get relegated or get Chelsea relegated, he's not getting sacked. Like these players
No, I
don't
don't
care
think
now.
we're not going to get relegated. Doesn't matter if we lose the next 6. We won't get relegated.
Yeah, exactly. So Potter's going to be here to stay unless it's gone that bad.
Yeah, exactly. I think, like we said, we have to give him time, give him to the end of the season, early next season. And if he carries on bad after pre-season, after summer window, then we all be going to be shouting Potter out. But right now, I don't think it's a good idea. Right now, we want the team to start winning. Now we need to
Apparently,
get behind.
Reece James is back in training and that. But
Yes,
he's only doing it by himself.
By himself,
yeah.
Yeah, dudes, I heard about that. Yeah. Let's go to the Liverpool fan, Bo McPreben. That's what he's saying about the Liverpool. Oh, are they getting Bellingham? Looks like Liverpool. It's not guaranteed yet, but it looks like they might get Bellingham. That's for sure. He's a good player. Yeah, that'd be something. You need people like that, I think. Yeah. What's the other comment he was making here?
Nick, what's your thoughts on Fofana youngster? Because we keep on hearing that he might go out on loan, but I think he might stay because of the Broja situation.
That striker, the new one. Fofana, the new striker.
Oh, David Fofana.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's going anywhere right now. We just got the player. You think they're going to send him on loan? Who said that?
I don't think so.
No.
But there was
people.
There was talk about PSV wanting.
Unless I'm gonna say unless a very big club is gonna come in and loan him, which is impossible. So like a Dortmund that will take him and give him good minutes. It's impossible.
Yeah,
I think he's more likely to get minutes here than he is anywhere else.
No,
that's because of the Broja situation.
That's all gossip and talk as usual. I think he's happy he'll be here, and I want to see him play more. What little we saw, I liked, but we have to see a bit more of him. That's why I want to see Potter do it. I keep saying it. Play these players. Bowley gave you the money, you got them. Now play them with the other youngsters we have, because the main players are not doing it. That's it's simple, really. Nobody's, I keep saying this, Hassan. It looks like Potter's scared to drop Mount, to drop Jorginho. All right, Pulisic and Sterling here. He doesn't have to worry anymore because they're injured. But when you're not playing, drop them. When you're not playing well.
I don't blame him, because it's hard to motivate these players. Because if you don't motivate them, they're just gonna whinge and moan and stop playing.
Yeah, but he's a manager. He has to.
Yeah.
He sees them on the training pitch. He sees them.
Do you not think that João Felix is a board signing or Potter signing?
It's Bally. That screams Bally. There's no one else.
João Felix.
Yeah, João Felix. Do you think it's like a Bally signing, or do you think it's a Potter signing?
I think, Bowley's in charge. They're Bowley signings, aren't they? Look, you have a 3-man committee. Egbenali or whatever his name is,
Yeah.
Potter and Bowley, and Potter and Bowley. Right. Let's discuss this player, and then we're going to have a vote. Potter says no. The other two says yes. Democracy in action. Bowley wins every time. Bowley's in charge. Bowley's in charge of transfers. He may discuss it with Potter. Bowley's in charge.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Yeah, Bowley's he's a man. You know, he has the last word. But we have Christopher Rivell now to advise him. You know, he will advise him. Yeah, he's a good player, and this and that. You know, they would say. You know, it's a teamwork. Let's see what they do. Let's just read this comment from our friend, a Liverpool fan here from. I don't know where from, but he's a
Planet
Liverpool
Zog normally.
Sorry?
Planet Zog usually.
John, that's funny. Planet Zog. Anyway, let's read what he's saying. Agree, but we will sign Bellingham in the summer and two other midfielders in the summer, Nunes and Amrabat. Yeah,
Amrabat's not a midfielder, and that's pie in the sky.
Yeah, no one knows till the summer. It's a long way, but yeah, Liverpool, like I said, John, Liverpool are a similar situation like us. You know, we're not that far behind them, really. If you look at the table.
Well, that's a lot of money that he would have to sign a ball, because Bellingham on his own's about 100. Amrabat will probably be 50, 60, and Nunes will be 60 as well. Liverpool will sign all three.
That's pointless. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, you'll be like you get Bellingham. I think you should be happy, really. Yeah. I don't think you get everyone. Yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah, I think you should be very happy because you do need a player like Bellingham right now. So do we, but we're trying to get Fernandes.
Listen, I still think that Enzo Fernandez still happens. I have a funny feeling that they're gonna put the right money around to Benfica, and Benfica are gonna accept a right offer. It has to be a right offer for them to accept.
Yeah, I think our friend John, the Liverpool fan, I think he is a sort of midfield player because in the World Cup he was playing the midfield, wasn't he?
Oh, Amrabat.
Yeah, where was he playing in the World Cup?
Central defender, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was going up.
I'll find out what position he plays.
Yeah, but he was.
How many central defenders that lot want?
Yeah, exactly. They just saw because you know with the World Cup, Liverpool were looking at so many players.
He's a defensive midfielder, apparently.
Yeah, he's a DM. He's a good player though.
Nick and John, have you been to games where we play in the snow?
Oh, plenty.
Hey, look on there's going to be a big thing for Vialli on Sunday, but put that to one side. If you want to watch one of his games on YouTube, just watch a few minutes. It's the most extraordinary change in weather you'll ever see. It was in Tromsø, and everybody said, "Who the X are Tromsø?" and nobody bloody knew. And if you think this Chelsea side is bad, that performance out there was absolutely awful. No one had heard of Tromsø. Suddenly we're 2-0 down, 3-1 down, playing on a green pitch, and suddenly the snows fell. You have never seen so much snow in your life falling. And Vialli saved us in that fixture. He scored 2 goals in the heavy snow, and it ended up 3-2. Now, it turned out that they weren't very good at all.
Yeah.
But have a look at that on YouTube. Green pitch, white pitch. Pullet, the manager, the coach, was furious because we were so awful, was furiously trying to get the game called off on the touchline. But UEFA were having none of it. And the great irony, we went on to win that competition in that year. We beat Stuttgart in Stockholm and that was Vialli's first. Was it his first bit of silverware? I think it was. I'm not sure. Or did he win the League Cup the season before?
Yeah, he won the cup after.
So
I think
there's
it was
one.
a League Cup first, wasn't it, John?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's one. Tromso in the European Cup
Oh
Winners'
yeah,
Cup.
God, never forget that name because I'll never forget that match. Like you said,
Mm.
what a pitch! These players now wouldn't be able to play on that pitch.
Yeah.
Oh, this
They
Chelsea
would.
team would run off home. They'd run off home. So we can't play on.
They wouldn't be able. Yeah.
Treacherous. We might turn our ankle.
And in those days, no player wore gloves. Nothing's like that. No players were wearing gloves when they were playing in very bad conditions, freezing, pouring down with rain, anything. They never wore gloves.
Would you not take off
the shirts
press
were wait a minute.
It's amazing how
the
much
shirts were
technology
rolled up.
advanced.
The shirts were rolled up, Hassan. The one, they were players.
Yeah, I've seen footages of old school football. It was rough.
You have to watch.
I've seen the pictures,
football. But that's real football for you. We had
that's the football that we play before we're professionals.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're young. You and Deals can't go that back like me and John.
Yeah, I can't go back like in the 80s,
you can
70s.
You can watch it. You can watch on YouTube. You can put up the FA Cup final, 1970 FA Cup final, 1971.
Yeah, I've seen the pitch conditions and stuff.
Cup Winners' Cup. When we won in Greece, we beat Real Madrid in the final. Unbelievable teams we had. Really, they played for the badge and the shirt. That's why we love Chelsea so much, because of those days. Really, yeah. And we carry on. Let's see what our Liverpool friend has to say. Because
Nick,
yeah, go on.
Would you take over Potter's press conference still? Do you think he's still being on edge on press conferences?
Yeah, I saw him today. A lot he said today, I agree on some bits. He couldn't answer anything else. I was asking him, is the pressure telling, all these journalists trying to get things out of him, but he ain't going to open up. He just said, of course, there's pressure. When you manage a club like Chelsea, there's always pressure. The bigger the club, the bigger pressure. It's natural. This journalist, they ask some silly questions, mind you. As if he's going to name the lineup, or he ain't going to say. He can't say much really. But
Nick, can I say something on that? Look,
go ahead.
I think one of the things lots of Chelsea fans should remember is if you're going to criticise individual players, if you're going to criticise the coach, be constructive. Be constructive. I suspect Potter has sleepless nights. The bloke must be under the most enormous pressure. He's under the expectations from the new ownership, who spent millions and millions and millions on that team. He's under enormous pressure and will be from the fan base. And if we believe the worst reports, he's working with half a squad who don't want to be there. He must have sleepless nights.
For sure.
And some of the really horrid criticism of two players, you don't need me to name them, is over the top. And don't forget, mental health affects people regardless of salary, regardless of income. They're fantastically well remunerated. We know that. Maybe too well remunerated. It doesn't mean that they don't suffer in the same way as other people. So please remember, these people are human, and Potter is human.
Yeah,
and those players, some of those, if those players, some of those players have down tools, or at best are cool on Potter, how dare you? How dare you down tools on Chelsea Football Club? How dare you? Those youngsters who've come into the squad, both been bought and come up through Cobham, how dare you introduce those young men into professional football and the big I ams that you claim that you are or think that you are, Oh, we don't have to play for this coach. We can get him sacked. Nap off. If that's your attitude, you're at the wrong club. So, but there's me now slagging people off, of course. But I think people should very, very gently remember mental health in all
John,
of this.
yeah, but you're 100%, John, what you said. We all know when I get angry, I'll say things I shouldn't really. But when I relax after a bad game, then I realize what Potter has to go through. He's going through a bad time. I just want to see him play these players, the fringe players. Don't stick with the players that are off form. Put them on the bench. Just get brave, a little bit more brave for me. That's what I want to see from him right now. I'm not expecting nothing. No trophies, nothing. But I don't want to say Potter out right now like some people are. A lot of them don't know what Chelsea is really. Or who are saying that anyway. So, yeah, let's go back to the Liverpool friend. You were saying before. I'm sure Liverpool will spend the money, but I don't know how much they're going to spend. You were saying something before. I know we get Bellingham, but I don't know who the third. Oh yeah, I don't know. I know we will get Bellingham and Nunes, but I don't know who the third midfielder will be. Well, you don't know. It's a long way to go.
Maybe we can go on a little run on Fulham, Liverpool.
One second, Deals.
Palace.
Let me just finish
Fulham,
this
Crystal
comment.
Palace and Liverpool.
Yeah. 1 minute, Deals.
Southampton 2-0. Chelsea team on Sunday. Hang your heads in shame. Honestly, Southampton have just beaten Man City.
What did I say? I heard. So they managed to knock them out.
Unbelievable.
Same team, and that's the team what we played.
Unbelievable.
It's believable because we didn't show up, John. We didn't show up.
Funny old game. A funny old game.
Anyone can beat anyone, we know, but at the moment, we have to go and beat Fulham, or we're going to have big problems. I can imagine Sunday. I don't want to imagine what the atmosphere will be like on Sunday, John. If we lose to Fulham, it won't be good. But still, I just don't know. I will be there, so I'm going to see what everyone's going to be shouting and whatever. I know a lot of them are already planning Potter out and all this. A lot of channels have been saying that as well. Some channels, not all Chelsea content channels, but some channels have been advertising to go to the bridge on everyone on Sunday and protest, start singing Potter out, which is crazy. But you're gonna get that from some of our fan base. Let's see what happens with that.
Nick,
yeah,
you see these new players that we got in. We need to use them carefully, and I hope Potter analyzes. Like I was saying earlier in the Twitter space, he needs to analyze what these youngsters' strengths are, not their weaknesses. Just analyze what their strengths are, and so they can be in the first team, like your likes of Chukwuemeka's, Amari Hutchinson, like Hassan was saying, and and hopefully they get their chances.
Yeah, let's hope they do. Rory Hutchinson, he's still very young. He looks very young. He is young anyway, but he looks really young. He needs to build up some still. I don't know how you say, but he's young. Maybe that's how he is. But I'm sure he will get more physical. Built. He needs to get
him and Ziyech and
Ziyech has always been like that. Ziyech won't
him
change.
And Ziyech and João Felix
Ziyech has always been go on.
Him Ziyech and who else is it? João Felix. They are only wingers that we have right now. Pulisic, Sterling's injured.
So we have to use the youngsters right now.
Yeah, we can, yeah, we have. The good thing we have Ziyech. He hasn't been too bad. He's the one who can cross the ball. Don't forget it. Corners and all that. Ziyech has to play tomorrow night. We said before, Zakaria, Chukwuemeka, Buchuali. Bring these players in tomorrow at least, you know. Lewis Hall, that we mustn't forget, he has to play tomorrow night. For me, anyway. But we see who Potter goes with.
But we're struggles. Our main struggles is off the ball. When we're off the ball, we look terrible. We're out of place. We don't even know what our main roles are. We need to focus on off the ball as well, because not just being on the ball.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're right. But we have Silva back tomorrow, so we should be better with Silva at the back. So let's see what
Nick,
happens.
who do you think is going to score tomorrow?
Who's going to score? Well, I'm going to come to your predictions in a minute.
Yeah.
Before we've been on here quite a while. We had a good show actually.
Were you going to do your old boys?
Yeah, we're doing 22nd of January because that's when Max can come on.
Okay.
John will be here, Max, Bobby, and me. And if you want to be here to ask questions, you can. Or whatever, in the chat, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's do our predictions. I think we said our lineups, all of us. Let's go to Hassan. Hassan, what are you hoping for? What's your prediction tomorrow night?
I just want 3 points.
We all do. We all do, but
I just want 3 points. We should be beating Fulham. I do believe the lads and the youngsters have got it in them. If we do play a young team to win tomorrow, I don't want to draw. I don't want to lose. It'll just spark more.
We can't afford
toxicity.
Anymore.
Nick, can I ask a question?
Unless it's a good team.
Hold on. 1 minute.
Unless it's a good team, we can't drop points. Like not against these types of teams.
Yeah.
They will pull out a tough game. I do believe we will win 2-1 though. I just think we're in a mess to the point where we're still going to concede goals, but I think we'll outscore them tomorrow. I think it'll be a 2-1 win. I'll be happy with the 1 or 2-0 win. Clean sheet, even if it's not the prettiest of footballs. There's far too many injuries. I think we'll all be happy with the win tomorrow.
Yeah, of course we need to badly. Yeah, Dios. You were saying,
out of all the summer signings, who do you think's impressed you the most out of all the summer signings?
Oh God! Oh, you mean Sterling?
Who's impressed you the most out of all the summer signings?
Not many. I can't say Sterling. He's let me down. When he first came, he was good. It wasn't bad. He scored a few goals, but that was it. Let's go back last August. He was good. Since then, he hasn't been.
What about John? Who does John?
Koulibaly. I expected more from Koulibaly.
Who does John impress? Who does John impress?
Hold on.
New signings.
It's hard to say.
Sorry, Nick. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you go ahead, John.
Look, I wouldn't go all with youngsters, but I think Chukwuemeka of everyone has looked the most promising. And the other one I would go with in midfield tomorrow is Zakaria, the only one in the last 2 or 3 games who's shown a real bit of fight. So I think he deserves his place. He's looking better with every game. Long way to go, but those two for me. The rest, don't get me started. D-.
I think you're right, John. I think you're right. I'm the same opinion.
We're all the same. Deals. When it comes to Lou, we haven't seen Sterling perform. We haven't seen Koulibaly really perform like we thought he might. And we haven't seen, I said Sterling, Aubameyang, another one. But I can't blame Aubameyang only because he
No,
hasn't
I
had a
can't.
supply. He hasn't had
No, listen.
no one. Yeah, go on.
In fairness to Aubameyang, he
Yeah.
was bought by Tuchel as a short-term buy. Aubameyang last Thursday, of course you bring him off. He's not a centre forward in the classic sense. He can't play with his back to the goal. That has never been his game.
Yeah.
He is the fox in the box. He's
Yes.
the bloke from penalty spot to 6-yard box, and he'll score. We can't even get into the penalty area, let alone create
That's
a
what I
chance.
said. That's what. If you went to an early on space today, John, a lot of them was wanted Aubameyang out now.
He's got to go, but it's not his fault.
But not right now. It's not his fault. If you can't, he's a box player. You have to supply the ball to get to that ball in the box where he is, and he will score.
Yeah.
But no one's been doing that lately. That's a problem. Like you said.
Bournemouth. Yeah. Bournemouth, I think. I can't remember. Oh, the second goal by Mount was from out on the edge of the box. The Sterling goal or the Havertz goal was in the 6-yard box. How many of those have we created this season? Leicester for Sterling, the first goal against Leicester. I can't think of any others. We don't create chances, which is why we need João Felix.
That's why he's coming to supply. With Ziyech, let's hope we get more balls in that penalty box and we start scoring. God, we need to. It will show tomorrow night. Let's see. Let's hope we do it. Hassan said 2-1. Let's read some comments before I go to you, deals. Hold on a minute. Michael, big up, Michael. Big up, Nick Blue and panel. Bob is talking about Amberat. You, Bob. Ball. I wouldn't mind Amberat, but not for big money. Has to be reasonable. Us may not work out in Premier League, that's for sure. Yeah, that's a good question. Good answer. I mean, that's for you, Bo, the Liverpool fan. He looked good in the World Cup, but Premier League is a whole different story. Very different story. Yeah, big up to you, Michael. Yeah. Deals. Hassan said 2-1. He's going for. Deals. What's your prediction?
2-0 Chelsea.
2-0. Yeah. John, I know you don't do predictions, but
I would look.
Yeah.
I would love if I was. I don't drink, but if I was really, really drunk, I would say Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. If I'm really, really sober at this moment, I would bite Silver's hand off or Potter's hand off for a point. Point tomorrow. Good performance and 3 points on Sunday. I'd be happy with. That's how far we've fallen. We'd be happy with a point at Fulham. But good performance. You know the problem under Tuchel, the latter part of Tuchel. I forget what the stat is. Under the latter part, only once in the latter part of Tuchel's reign, we came back from 1-0 down once. We go behind tomorrow. The odds are that we're going to lose. That's what this Chelsea side is. I'm afraid. So I'm going to go for, if I was really, really drunk and happy with life, Fulham 1, Chelsea 2, but I'd be happy with a draw.
Yes. You're right there. I said it. Go on, John. Carry on.
Yeah, no, I would. Draw tomorrow and 3 points on Sunday.
Yeah.
I'd go for.
Yeah, that's the feeling I'm. Yeah.
Who's going to score for Chelsea? Who's going to score for Chelsea tomorrow? Who's going to score?
That's it.
If you're a betting man, I'm not a betting man. And the odds of a Chelsea player scoring tomorrow, you get the right one, you'll earn a small fortune tomorrow night.
João Felix is going to score. João Felix is going to
score for us.
let's see if João Felix starts deals. That's the thing. Yeah, let's see. I hope, even if he doesn't start, he's on the bench and he comes on and scores. I really do.
Yeah,
I would say my heart, like John said, if he's sober and that, well, my heart always says, I can't. My heart always says Chelsea are going to win, which I have to. That's my heart these days. Before, I used to say Chelsea were going to win with so much confidence, but we haven't got the confidence anymore. My heart says 2-0, 2-0 to Chelsea, but my brain is saying 1-1. I'm afraid.
yeah.
The best we're going to do. Because I said it, what did I say before the City Cup game? I said my heart says 2-0 Chelsea, but my brain was saying 4 or 5-0.
You were thinking of Southampton, Nick.
Yeah. Oh, God. See, that's how bad it's got to. Like
Yeah, I know.
So,
We have to think positive, though.
Yeah, no, true. No, you're right. I have to think positive.
Yeah, we always do deals. We always, every time I go to Chelsea, even I haven't got a ticket tomorrow night, but I'm going Sunday. I always have confidence before the start of the game, always. And I just want to see them turn up and fight. Show me some fight, because it's a long time now. It's a long time. We saw a bit of it against City. But why you didn't do the same in the cup game? Doesn't get me. And Southampton go and knock them out in a quarterfinal. God, what's going on? What is going on?
That's another flaw with the media, isn't it? They do this every year with City or Liverpool 2 seasons ago. Will they win the quadruple? Do you know how difficult that is?
Yeah.
How many teams have ever done it? 0. One team, I think, has only ever won the treble of Premiership plus 2 others. What are you talking about? The quadruple. Manchester City this evening, Nick, if you had it on in the background. João Cancelo, foul. There you go. That's how bad they were this evening, Man City. A foul throw-in. Against us, they look like bloody world beaters.
When we get our chances tomorrow, we need to bury them. We can't just mess around on the ball. Just bury the chance when you get it.
I agree.
Yeah. I agree as well. Yeah, OG's in the house. He tried to come, but I don't know his connection. OG, try again if you want. We've nearly done anyway, but you can welcome to come on if you want for the last few minutes. What's he say? Let's see what OG is saying. Yeah, big up to Hassan, Deals, and John, all of you, he's saying.
What's your thoughts on Kai Havertz?
Hold on, Deals. We need my Moroccan, my brother Amberat with all these injuries, and not non-hungry players. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, OG, I wish we had him, actually. Yeah, sorry, Deals. Go ahead. You was asking Hassan.
What's your thoughts on Kai Havertz? And John?
I really think players like him and Felix are kind of average. I think a lot of them are based on their talent and their name. And I'm going to be honest with you, if there were English players that were called Kevin Henry and John Fred or something from England and they had an English passport, they would be rated. And it's true.
It's true.
If they produced, because think about it, when's the last time João Felix has produced double-digit scores and assists the way Mart has? Not once, I don't think. I don't think he's got close to 10 goals. It's the only reason why people want him. It's because he's got a sexy name. He's got a silky touch. That's what he is, bro.
We're going to see Hassan. But he has skill, the player.
Yeah, he
can
has skill,
create.
but what good is it if it's like lots of our players have
He
skill?
looks rapid on the ball though in training.
ZX got skills, Havertz has got skills, but they'll be useless for us. Our most performing players have been basic players that have done the basics. All of our youth players have done the basics that outperformed the senior players.
Did you see any of João Felix in the World Cup?
I don't bother with World Cup because Dumfries also plays well.
I'm not. Listen, look, I said before, and I'm going to say again to you, look, this Chelsea football, this Chelsea 11, I'm sorry, I'm going to bore people. We can't get into the top third of the field, let alone create any bloody chances in the penalty area.
Exactly.
João Felix, I think, has been bought. I hate saying things like this, as an 8 or a 10. Now, what will happen? He's going to hopefully be our ball carrier. He's not going to play as an out-and-out forward. If you were João Felix's agent, why on earth would you send him to Atletico Madrid and to a coach like Simeone? That's not a criticism of Simeone or Real or Atletico. It's just the way he plays football and they play football. That is not a marriage made in heaven. You're not going to see the best of the likes of João Felix. Hopefully, playing behind, if we had a number 9, playing behind a number 9, playing behind Havertz if he plays up top. And listen, I'm a Havertz fan. I am a Havertz fan. When I see that bloke, I think Lamborghini. I don't think road horse. I think Lamborghini. He gets, and Mount gets, the most almighty amount of criticism from the Chelsea fan base. Why are those two selected out of the whole team? I do not know. I am flabbergasted that those two are criticised in the way that they are. Last Thursday, I thought Havertz did okay.
He did.
I thought he did okay.
So did I.
Now, okay, on Sunday, he wasn't brilliant. Who was?
No one was, yeah.
Who was? If we look, the problem is getting the best out of Havertz. Getting the best out of Havertz. And to go back to the issue of, okay, all highly paid, overpaid. Do you remember that goal he scored against West Ham at home?
Yeah.
Do you remember what he did? Do you remember what he did to the Matthew Harding stand? Do you remember what he did?
Yep.
He put his hand to his ear. They read social media. They know what's being said. Yeah. They know what's being said about them. We've got to get the best out of him. This bloke he's got all the talent in the world. You can scream that he doesn't use it, but please don't tell me he's not a good footballer. You are watching a Rolls Royce. You are watching a thoroughbred on Derby Day at Epsom. Get the best out of him. Why does Mount get so much abuse? I just don't get it. I do not get it. They are watching two different players to me. I'm afraid they are. They're watching two different players to the players that I'm looking at. Mount, has he been sullied by the when Lampard was at West Ham, are you only getting in the team because your dad's one of the coaches, teacher's pet and all that sort of nonsense? Hey, Mount was picked by Chelsea by a coach who's got 100 England caps, who won a Champions League at Chelsea, who's a Chelsea legend. What does Lampard know? Or what does Lampard not know that a lot of the Chelsea fan base knows?
John.
Mount has been picked how many times by Southgate, who's got 50 England caps?
John.
What does Southgate not know that the Chelsea fan base knows?
Nick.
Yep.
My take on the Havertz and Mount situation, people blame them because they think, they're like an Eden Hazard. No, they're not. People need to stop judging these players as like they're like an Eden Hazard. They're not that guy. Like I remember that season, Eden Hazard, the season I think it was 2017, the season before he just left. when we
Yeah.
had Sarri. I think that season, everybody thought it was a one-man team. We wasn't a one-man team. We was an 11-man team, and people need to stop thinking that.
Yeah.
We need to rely on one player. We need to rely on one player. No, they're not reliable to say, look, oh, cool, like raw. They're gonna do something, like every game. You have to remember. Look at their ages as well. They're 23. They're both 23. Cool. We bought Havertz for 72
Mason
million.
Mount's 24
But
now.
they didn't ask to be 70. They didn't ask to be that price. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Anyway,
yes,
Mason Mount,
yeah.
about the 300,000 a week, he never asked that. Now that's all talk. He never asked for that sort of money.
Yeah,
that's rubbish.
Yeah, but again, what I'm saying is, Mount and Kai Havertz, they play in the same position. They're number 10. Yeah, they're not. Look, cool. You can say Havertz is a number striker, but he's morely a number 10. They're both number 10s. They both should be fighting for the same position. You know what I'm saying? Just like Chukwuemeka, just like Gallagher, they're all number 10s.
Yeah, Deals. Have you seen that footage of a very young Frank Lampard at the West Ham question and answer session when Harry Redknapp, admittedly his uncle, was asked the question, "Why are you playing Frank and not Scotty Carson?"
Yep.
Who the fuck is Scotty Carson? Tell me who he is. And Redknapp said to the bloke, he said, "This bloke, Frank Lampard, will get 100 England caps and we'll win everything in the game."
Yeah.
Harry Redknapp was more right than that West Ham fan. Why don't you play Scotty Carson? You know where Scotty Carson ended up? Leighton Orient.
Yeah,
that's where he went.
Don't forget. I'll never forget that interview, John. Yeah, Lampard would look like a little. Like Hutchinson looks like now,
Hutchinson looks like a 14-year-old, doesn't he?
He looks 10-year-old. He looks like 10 to me. God, I was right next to him on Thursday, and he looks so young. God,
yeah,
he's young. He's 18, but I'm just saying, like Frank Lampard looks.
Yeah, he's a bit older than that, isn't he? He's a bit older than that, isn't he?
He's 18. No, he's 18.
He's 18, isn't he? Yeah. Well, he looks 14 to me.
He looks so young.
He looks tiny.
I think he's going to be some player in the future.
Yeah. We got to give him
for sure. I'm glad he's getting some minutes to get, involved with the team, with the crowd.
Yeah. And he hasn't done brilliantly, has he, in the 2 games? But he's done okay.
He's done okay because we can't expect more from him,
Nick and John.
Yeah.
Every time we play bad, I don't blame individuals.
No,
I
don't blame
the whole 11 team.
That's
what I blame.
It's the whole team. And the main culprits are the senior players, I'm afraid. They've been letting us down. Jorginho has, Mason Mount has, he's a senior player now. We can't say he's a youngster anymore. Jorginho, Pulisic, Sterling, when they were playing, more bad than good games, too many. But the young players, we can't say nothing. They come on and they tried. And they tried harder than our senior players.
Do you think
Thiago Silva
do you think Potter's scared to do?
Yeah.
Do you think Potter's scared to do a war mentality tactics on these players? Because I think he is.
Look, he's in. Yeah. He's between a rock and a hard place, isn't he?
Yeah.
He throws his toys out of the pram at these players. Of course, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. We don't know what's going on, in fairness. But he throws his toys out of the pram, and he definitely loses that player or that group of players. So he's on such thin ice, isn't he?
True.
Because this is the group of players he's got.
Yep.
And he's got to get the best out. Now, he should be doing better. I agree with that. He should be doing better.
Yeah.
He's got a fantastic group of players, and there should be more of a tune out of them.
Yeah.
He wants to appoint me, that chubby little bloke whose name I don't know, who keeps talking to him on the touchline. I think he must make the tea. He must make the tea at half time. That geezer. He wants to appoint me from tomorrow.
You're talking about Dama.
I don't know what he does, that bloke. I don't know what that bloke does.
He doesn't do nothing.
I'm sure he says his prayers at night before he puts the cat out and all that.
That's why I get really annoyed. Here's a comment from OG for all of you. You can all answer in turn if you want. How should we react if Potter loses the next 5 games? How should we react? That's a good question.
We can all meet on Putney Bridge and we'll jump into the Thames together, holding hands.
Yeah. I hope that doesn't happen, OG. We mustn't think.
By the way, we're interested in signing right back from Southampton, Kyle Walker-Peters.
Who's the source by?
Yeah.
Who's the source by?
That's how much that's going to cost.
Now, Fabrizio does tell elements of truth, but it depends on how advanced it is.
Yeah, I don't listen to these journalists. You know the deals. Don't believe too much what these lot say. But
the only way you're gonna know if you know someone that does the financial side of the club, because they know weeks before. I was talking to because I'm gonna be working in Leeds soon as a part-time job. When they were doing that Leeds Rafinha deal.
Yeah,
they knew that deal was done weeks before Ornstein even said it. He told me. These journalists, they find out quite late, so the João Felix deal, that's
what I keep saying, Hassan.
This is why I don't believe him no more, because when I found out about that, they just release the stories whenever they want, just for clicks.
Look at like Felix. We knew everything. We knew he's coming. And we heard from Matt Law, he's signed for Chelsea. We know he's signed for Chelsea. Don't tell us, what we know. They only tell us things we know already. I've never heard anything that I don't know from these journalists. Never. That's why I don't listen to them. Never. We will never have. Yeah. Unless I hear it from the club, anything concrete, from the Chelsea, then I don't believe nothing. Nothing. Never.
Listen, Carl Walker-Peters has been in that gossip for I don't know for how long. Look, the problem is, I hate to say it, but Reece James. Reece James, if not the best, is one of the best right backs in the country. Who's going to want to come to Chelsea and play a bit part role? They're not going to do it. It's the most difficult position to find a replacement for.
I don't think Reece plays every game though. I don't think he plays every game because of the situation.
But you say to Carl Walker-Peters or the bloke that we lost, I always regret losing him, Timo Livramento, play second fiddle. They don't want to do it. They want to play every week.
Yeah, but John.
They want to play every week. This
is another thing as well. Yeah, that Potter needs to analyze to play a first team, and then when it goes to the cup games, play a team that you don't really play in the Prem.
Yeah.
Look, Chelsea lost 1-0 last Thursday to Man City. Lost 4-0 on Sunday to Man City. Southampton with Carl Walker-Peters, who left Tottenham, don't forget.
Yeah.
He didn't fit their profile. High-fiving everyone, beating Man City tonight 2-0.
Of course, the quarter-final. They're in the semi-final now, Southampton, the League Cup. So we have Newcastle. They've gone through semi-final for how many years? Newcastle have been waiting for a trophy. What was it 60?
68.
68. Yeah. They won the FA Cup, I think. 68. John.
No, it was the Fairs Cup, I think.
Oh yeah, the Fairs Cup. I can't remember the last time they won a major trophy, like a FA Cup, League Cup.
I think. I think before the Second World War. I think.
Yeah, imagine. So imagine if they go and win something, they're gonna go crazy up there.
Don't forget. Don't
You know
but
what I
they
like to
got beat.
happen though? I like the
They
Carabao
got
Cup
beat
to.
by Sheffield Wednesday last
Yeah, oh
Saturday.
yeah, but at least they come back yesterday. I saw the game. They were a
Nick.
different team yesterday.
Nick, you
Yeah,
know what I would
against
like to
Leicester.
happen?
Yeah.
I would like the Carabao Cup to be scheduled out.
No, that can't happen. No.
Why?
That's it's been for too many years, and I don't call it the Carabao Cup. It's a disgrace to call it that. I know it's to make money, but it's a League Cup, and the League Cup has been here since '65, John, I think. And we, and they made the League Cup for the league for all four leagues. Those times it was Division 1, 2, 3, and 4. The League Cup is for the leagues. The FA Cup, that's when you get the amateur teams, the non-league teams come in.
Yeah, you get your non-league
Yeah,
teams
but
there
the
for
League
everyone, the
Cup-
whole country.
Yeah, the FA Cup is the most, the best
Prestigious,
cup-
yeah.
prestigious Hassan in the world
Yeah.
for the league, for the cup, for every
It's the
club
oldest in the world in terms of
it's the
football
oldest
tournaments.
and the best. The League Cup is second to that. Deals don't you haven't seen the League Cup how it was when it started. That's why. But the League Cup is for all the league teams, and it will never get disqualified. It won't. It will be there forever, like the FA Cup. Yeah. Hassan. What do you think about Deals saying about the League Cup?
I will always have a soft heart for the League Cup. For me, right? If it wasn't for that League Cup, I'm gonna be honest with you. Jose Mourinho had to start small with us, and the League Cup was the start of our 20-year. I genuinely believe if we never won that League Cup, we would have the mentality to go on to win the league. Because it was a lot of players' first trophies, and
he made them.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Was that Drogba's first trophy as well in his career before he moved to us?
Yeah. Oh yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, because he's never won before as well.
No, never.
We only won after.
Sorry, carry on, Hassan.
No, I was going to say it was a lot of players' first trophies: John Terry's, Lampard's, and ever since they won that League Cup, they've gone on to become serial winners and legends.
Exactly, and Deals, that's how these Lampard, Terry's, Droppers, that's how they become great players. Because when you win a big cup, you win the League Cup. You just get better. It brings confidence into the team and every single player, because it's massive to go to Wembley and get that trophy. It's massive, and that's why we won and won trophy after trophy. That started it, and not only that, Vialli's first trophy was the League Cup. Then he won the Cup Winners' Cup.
How many foreign players?
Then he won. He won the Cup Winners' Cup, and what's the other one, John?
He won the FA. He won the FA Cup. He won the FA Cup as a player, and he won it as a manager.
Yeah, twice. But he started from the League Cup, Deals. That's what we're saying. Yeah, go ahead, Deals.
Nick, how many players, foreign players, can you sign in the season in the squad?
What, right now?
Yes, right now. How many foreign players are you allowed in the squad?
No, you can register a lot. It's just the limit of 26.
I mean, you can have your whole team can be foreign. We had it at one stage.
It's just like a minimum of 8 homegrown players. The rest can all be foreign. It's whatever the limit is on the homegrown players, the minimum mark, and then I think it's the Premier League limit. It's like 26 players in the squad. So yeah. You can have reserves. It's like
have 17 players.
At Chelsea, we had up to 40 players. So it's not an issue because we used to have half of them on loan anyway.
Yeah. You're right, Hassan. There's a funny comment. Someone sent a message to me in the chat, John, in our chat. It's Big Rom. I'm on a Some City fan space. The emotional meltdown is so funny. I bet it is. That's people do now. Yeah, that's funny. Let me send him a laugh.
I didn't hear that. I don't think I want to either.
Now here, now it's Big Rom is saying he's on Man City space right now, and the meltdown from the City fans.
Oh
It's
right, yeah.
unbelievable. It must be.
I don't know what side he put. I mean, he finished with a very strong side that included Haaland.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, they started with a team that beat us. You know, there's Southampton done them. I'm glad for Southampton. I hope they go to Wembley. You know, I hope they go all the way. Be nice to see Southampton win.
Do you think Kovacic is still injured? He's still got an injury because the way he's playing, is a bit.
Deals. He had an injury affected him, but I think he's gone now. I think if you saw him against City in the league, I don't see anything wrong with him. He was really good. He played really good in that game.
Did he play on Sunday? He didn't play on Sunday, did he?
No. No, he didn't, did he?
He took him off. Didn't he not take him off? Or did he come on? I think he did play.
He came on, I think, John.
You know what? I watched him, Croatia, Brazil. For the first 20 minutes of that game, he was the best player on the pitch.
Yes.
He was the best player on the pitch. Now, okay, there were lots of good players on either side. Modric, Croatian, and one or two Brazilians and other players. He looked absolutely brilliant. Against Notts Forest, wow. He dog breath, wasn't he? Just dog breath.
Yeah, but like you said it before, it was a whole team.
Yeah, the whole team. You're right.
The whole team was dog breath, whatever. They were all of them, every single one, except Kepa. I think really.
Yeah, I like. I think Kovacic. I think is one or two things he does off the field. I think he's a very, very impressive man to get his football. I think he's a very impressive bloke.
I like Kovacic. When he's on it, you know, there's no better player you will have in your midfield than him in the world. I'm saying because that's what he.
Is it true that Mendy's out for 2 months as well?
Yeah, he's got a broken finger. I heard broken finger.
That Selena kid's gonna get his chances.
Yeah, Selena. Yeah, we'll get his chance.
Edward. Edward should have signed that contract, shouldn't he?
Yeah.
He should have signed that contract.
For sure. Mendy
shouldn't be disrespected.
We're not disrespecting.
I think one of them will leave in the summer, though.
That Champions League win in Porto that season, he was sensational, wasn't he? Absolutely sensational.
Yeah, the problem is after that, you know, when he was game after game, you know, playing around.
I agree, but that season,
penalty box, dribbling in the box, it cost us a lot of games. And
if you haven't seen look on YouTube and look at the footage of him after winning the Champions League when he returned to the Senegalese team and the welcome he got, and the welcome he got in and around the local area where the team's hotel was. Absolutely sensational.
Yeah,
absolutely
you're right. Sensational. Yeah, I'll never disrespect Mendy because he done great for us in the beginning. He helped us steady the boat. Even we had a great defense, but he was part of it. I'll never forget that. But, he made big mistakes. I don't know what happened to his confidence when he came back from that African Nations Cup. I don't know. He was a different player. And that's why Kepa's got his chance, and he's number one now. Yeah, so with that, any more comments, anyone, before we go? We've been on live here 3.5 hours.
I think you should run a space an hour before the game tomorrow, and we can just have a prayer service
Yeah,
So
that's a
we,
good
we,
idea.
what do they call them? Sort of,
Yeah,
people of different faiths coming together, and we could all
yeah,
pray for
it's
Chelsea
true.
to put in a good performance. What about that?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Really, we should do something. Yeah, Mikel is saying hoping for
There's
3 points.
news came out saying that Graham Potter has held talks with certain first team players. The senior players are Thiago Silva,
Yeah,
Aspilicueta, Jorginho, and Kovacic in a bid to end. He's basically had a bollocking with a few of the players. And the players were Silva, Aspi, Jorginho, Kovacic to end the Chelsea players' forms.
yeah, that's
So,
This
I
is,
mean,
yeah.
he's going to have to do it.
yeah,
I
but
can
don't
believe
forget,
that.
he said publicly that when he first came, he spoke to every individual player. There it is, from the
Yeah,
horse's mouth. He said it.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know what the media are up to. I just,
Yeah, the media will say anything,
I
and
just
yeah, we don't believe the media anyway.
I
But you
sound
know,
in a Scottish court of law. In a Scottish court of law, you need evidence and corroborated evidence.
I mean,
And
to be honest, as a manager, right, he will be bollocking them because they are in bad form, and it is what it is. Like we will
He's
have a
gonna need
talking, but
the oldest guys in there to
yeah,
talk to the younger
yeah,
younger lot.
they're the senior players, aren't they?
yeah, of course, he has to talk to them. He has to start from the senior players, so the youngsters can,
Maybe it's his Nick. Maybe it's
yeah.
his mate on the touchline who does the bollockings.
Oh God, no. Who's going to be scared of that short, Dummer? What's his name? I'll call him Dumb and Dumber. I don't want to say
Dumber and
that. That's how they looked. Oh God, man, that assistant. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking. What is he doing?
I don't know.
God, he makes
He
me.
might be the brains of
God.
the operation. You don't know.
I'm glad on Sunday I won't be near him like I was on Thursday.
He's Scottish, you know. He's
I'll be
Scottish.
on the other side of the pitch. So good job for that. I don't want to see Dama again. Not close up, please. It was too much. Dama and Dama. God. I've never seen anything. But sorry, Graham Potter, we're not saying you're dumb. We're just joking. But your sister looks a bit funny, I'm afraid. Yeah. Michael saying who's gonna score goals in is a good question. Yeah, it's a very good question. Who's gonna get us goals, boys? Tomorrow
flip
night.
a coin. We'll find out.
maybe Dama, John. Maybe Dama will come on the pitch and help.
Chukwuemeka and
It's
João
been like
Felix.
this for 5 years, man. We've had like 15 different scorers, man. We don't know.
Chukwuemeka,
It could be
João
a
Felix,
defender
or
for all you know.
It's gonna be Chukwuemeka, João Felix, or either the Fofana, David Fofana.
Yeah. I don't care who scores. It could be Kepa. As far as I'm concerned, Kepa can, go up there, get ahead and win us a game. Yeah, in the last second.
Do we know who the referee is? Do we know who the referee is tomorrow?
I don't know yet. No.
Oh, God.
You better. I don't think Anthony Taylor. They're trying to keep him away from. They're keeping him away from us so far.
I'm going to find out. I'm going to find out.
Yeah, find out, John. Yeah.
It might be Anthony Taylor. You never know.
No, it can't be. Bring him at Palace, then we can, finish him off. Oh my God, Anthony Taylor. I don't think he's allowed to manage us, referee a Chelsea game anymore this season.
We'll see him in another final, man. That's all allowed.
Honestly, Hassan, I don't think he's allowed since what he did to us against. Yeah, go on. He's not Anthony Taylor.
David Coote.
Oh, it's David Coote. Oh God, another
David
one.
Coote,
he's not good either, but not as bad as Anthony Taylor. He was in the VAR box. Who did we play? And he was against us again. Who was it? Can't remember now. Not Liverpool. He was in the VAR box one game when we we lost, and he gave a bad decision. You know, he didn't stick up for us when he should have. He should have sent the referee to the monitor. He didn't.
Oh, what, the Tottenham game? The Tottenham game.
Was it a Tottenham deal?
Yeah. It was a Tottenham game still.
It was him. Yeah, I'll never forget. It was him. Yeah. We have so many referees against us, but Anthony Taylor beats all of them, really. And
That referee Taylor was a mug, mate.
Mike Dean, the good thing about Mike Dean is retired from refereeing.
No. He's retired from on-field refereeing.
On-field, yeah. That's what I'm saying, John. He's only VAR.
VAR official.
Oh yeah, but remember
was that conspiracy that refs always love off Man United? What's that conspiracy of that?
They've always been with United. Look, Mike Dean was
Liverpool
United
as well.
Anthony Taylor, Hassan, was always Liverpool. He always gave Liverpool the favour, especially against us. And one game where against Liverpool,
he loves Arsenal as well, man.
We had Mike Dean in the VAR box, VAR box, and we had Anthony Taylor on the pitch. Imagine the two was
that's the worst combo.
Yeah, and that's why we got murdered. That's why we got murdered from them, if you remember.
Oh, I'm just glad, bro. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine them two in like a Champions League or FA Cup final? My God forbid, bro.
God. Yeah. But I really don't think, Anthony Taylor for sure. I know this is a fact. He's not allowed to come to Stamford Bridge, Anthony Taylor, because, the fans ain't going to forget. It's for his safety, really, they're doing it. Yeah. Let's read a few comments before we go the last ones. Big up Southampton for dumping City out. Yeah, we all agree. Well done, Southampton. I hope you go and win the League Cup now. Really do. Big up Southampton. Yeah. More money in VAR for sure. So corrupt, this VAR. Corrupt.
I quite liked the World Cup VAR, the ones where it actually kept it consistent. It actually showed which part was actually offside. I think that's a lot better. We need that technology.
Yeah, but you get it both ways. Sometimes, or the offside is too much, though, Hassan. When your toenail or your fingertip is offside.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the Argentina's goal, the only reason why that goal stood is because the guy's bum was kept him onside. That was so funny, man.
I'll never like VAR when he come in, and I never will. Football should have been, just keep it as it is, as it was. It was much better. Every team got good decisions, bad decisions. Like you see now, the other night in the League Cup, where they didn't have it. In the FA Cup, some grounds don't have VAR. And the referee was offside one goal, but it was a good goal. And it used to get leveled out. End of the season, everyone had good and bad decisions. No one complained. But this VAR is taking the piss, really.
Nick.
Yeah.
João Felix spoke about all the Portuguese players that was at our club. Like Carlos Pereira.
I heard
Ricardo Carvalho, Deco, Quaresma. You remember Quaresma?
Yeah. And,
you remember Quaresma, Hassan, and John?
Yeah. John?
Sorry, I was just muted there.
Yeah. I
remember Quaresma?
Yeah, of course I do. And what's his name? What's his name? Other great Portuguese player. God. Villares.
Oh yeah,
Malares, God, yeah. What a player he was. He spoke. He loves, and he spoke of Drogba. He spoke of Hazard. He likes Chelsea. He's very happy to be here. I really like his words. Really did.
Yeah, and he talks English as well.
Oh yeah, good English. Yeah, I heard the interview. It was really good. I'm really impressed. Anyway, chaps, we have to end it here.
Thanks for letting me come on, Nick.
You always work. I know you lot were a bit late, but me and Bobby, we've been here since 7. Bobby's gone now, but 3.5 hours, good show. I'm glad you all come on in the end.
We're gonna win tomorrow. Remember,
We have to. We have to win.
Let's go.
That's why I said 2-0. We have to start winning, please. Are you going against Palace, Deals?
No, I'm not going Palace. I'm not going Palace.
I'm going against Palace. I told you.
But I'll let you know when I'm coming. I'll let you know when I'm coming, though.
I just got a ticket tonight. You know, it's sold out, the game. You know that. But
swear down.
What? Yeah, because it's sold out. Yeah.
Every
Chelsea home game is sold out. Yeah, the early. I can't wait till Sunday. Even if we lose to Fulham.
Yeah.
You know, of course we want to win, but it's going to be some atmosphere for the early on Sunday.
I'm planning to come for the Dortmund game. You know the Dortmund game?
Oh yeah, I know you are. Yeah, I might be at that one as well.
Yeah.
We'll see. But
let me know. We'll link up.
Of course I will let you know. You know, we talk all the time. Yeah. So I was glad I got the Palace game on Sunday. Very glad. Yeah. We're gonna that's it for now.
Palace is gonna be more tougher than Fulham because they're more physical than Fulham.
What's that?
They're more physical than Fulham.
I think Fulham at home is very hard, really. Palace is. We always beat Palace. We beat them 3-0. I was there last year, and the last 2 seasons against Palace.
Yeah,
we beat them easy. But let's hope we do it again. Cricket TV. Cricket TV review is pretty good nowadays. Football refs are just pretty review. Yeah, football refs are just resisting the inevitable and messing. Yeah, misusing VAR.
Is Eden Hazard the best?
Yeah, that's a good point, Michael. Yeah, good point. It's true. They are misusing VAR. That's why I don't like it. It's no good. Yeah,
Nick,
go on. Yeah.
Is Eden Hazard the best winger that you ever seen at Chelsea?
God, I've seen a few. No, we had so many. Charlie Cook was a wizard.
You don't think he's the best ever winger you've seen at Chelsea?
No, for me,
I think he is.
Because
in my lifetime,
you haven't. Yeah, your lifetime for sure has. In the last 20 years, hasn't. But before we had Charlie Cook, he was a magician.
I don't know if you'd call. What about Zola? I don't know. You call him a winger. He wasn't.
He wasn't a winger. But he was more tackle job, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm talking about Charlie Cook on the wing. Charlie Cook. Charlie, you know, he was John was. We're going to go into that deals when we do the old days shows. We're going to talk about players like Charlie Cook. Like Peter Houseman, like then we had
Eddie McCready.
Eddie McCready at the back. So many stories you're gonna hear.
Vinnie Jones used to play for us?
Vinnie Jones, of course, great. He was great and tough. He done well. we got him from Wimbledon to steady the ship at the back. We were in the second division then. But Vinnie Jones did all right for us. Yeah. Yes. He was tough. We had tough players.
Did he score? Did George Weah, European Player of the Year and future president of Liberia?
Yeah.
Did he score the winner in the FA Cup final? He certainly scored a winner against Tottenham. He certainly played in an FA Cup final.
Yeah,
I don't know if he scored in the FA Cup final, but he won an FA Cup. He won an FA Cup at Chelsea.
Oh yeah, he was a great player. George Weah, man.
George Weah's son's playing football now. He plays for.
Yeah.
He plays for Lille.
His son was on the bench last season, wasn't he? Against Chelsea, he was at Lille.
Yeah, he plays for Lille. Yeah.
He was playing in the World Cup as well. His son.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, if you remember. Yeah, George Weah, he didn't stay long with us, but he was at his end of his career, but he was some player. What I saw, me and John saw, some great players we've seen in our lifetime.
Rubbish players as well.
Rubbish, yeah.
John, are you
We've
going to
seen
the
a
game
lot of
tomorrow?
rubbish as well.
Say again?
Are you going to the game tomorrow?
No, I'm not. But I am.
you
I
not?
will be on. I will be on Sunday.
Sunday, yeah,
Okay, you're
Sunday.
going to the Sunday one.
We have the Viali tribute, John. Don't forget, that's gonna be massive.
Yeah, I put a tweet out about the banner that the Chelsea supporters have done 2 banners, a brilliant banner of him,
For Viali, yeah.
Viali for Sunday. So
Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, that'd be something special. We're going to be crying. But what a man, what a player, what a legend. We done that, we said it over. We can't stop talking about Viali because he was a special player.
Apparently, João Felix is still waiting for his work permit, so he could
I told
maybe
you.
not be
What did I
starting
say?
tomorrow.
Yeah,
He
he
maybe
can't
not
start.
be starting tomorrow.
No,
He may
hopefully
be.
he probably start for a Palace game. If the permit hasn't come, he can't play tomorrow. Not even on the bench. So yeah. So
We'll
that's
see.
what I thought, Yeah, that's why we keep saying don't listen to the rumors. He's got a permit, he's this and that.
What about this lad at this player at Palace? He'll play on Elise. Is it Elise?
Easy, yeah. He's a good player.
Why aren't Chelsea looking at players like him?
Well, how do we?
Yeah,
We
I
are.
like
We are.
Elise. I like
We're
him, John.
looking at so many players, John.
His younger brother's at Cobham, isn't he? Elise.
Yeah, you're correct about that.
I like
Sure.
the
And he used to play for Chelsea. He used to play for Chelsea Academy.
Chelsea, right?
He's a good player. I like him.
Yeah.
We are looking at a lot of players, John. But let's see. Let's see what happens. I'm sure there's going to be more coming in by.
I looked up. I thought the best player at Chelsea Bournemouth, best player on the pitch in the second half, I thought was the Bournemouth left back, apart from his dive outside the box near the end. I forget his first name now, but I looked him up. Zamora. He plays for Zimbabwe. Obviously, there's a parental connection there, maybe grandparents, I don't know. But from Lambeth.
Yeah.
QPR, Charlton, and he's ended up. I thought he looked a really, really good player to me that night at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, he looked good, but we were so bad as well.
Oh, we were awful. If we'd conceded one, it'd have been 2-2 that game, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
you just knew.
Sure.
You just knew.
Yeah, we knew. Anyway, chaps.
Thanks for letting me come on, Nick. And
you're welcome all the time, John. You and Hassan and the Bobby and everyone.
It's been a good show. It's been a good show.
Yeah, it's been a good show. I started very, usual time 7. We've been here nearly 4 hours now because a lot of you come late, so I kept going. But it's been worth it. A great show. Thanks to all of you, John, you, Bobby, Max, Certify, Hassan, and Dex, of course. Thanks a lot, all of you who come on. Thanks, people.
Can you send me Dan's Twitter handle, please? I know I've asked before.
I'll do it in a second. Yeah, John.
Send it to me, please.
Let me just send this and I'll do it.
No, that's fine. When you're ready.
Yeah, won't be long. Yeah, he's I don't know if he's on doing a show now, but yeah, I know he's going to do the live tomorrow, I think. Yeah, I'll send you that in a minute. I have it. Thanks for all the panelists and thanks to everyone in the chat. Michael, OG, Bo from Liverpool. There were so many of you. Let me. Hold on a minute. Yeah, thanks to everyone in the chat. Yeah. I said Mikel, OG, Bo, Mac, Pereben, thanks a lot. You're always welcome here. It's not, it's not just, it is a Chelsea channel, but we do have Liverpool content in it. We have a Liverpool panelist, actually. He left early. He's very good. Next time he'll be here. So thanks to everyone. Zachary, and Willie, Blessed, and DL, and everyone. Thanks a lot. Yeah, so coming to
Okay.
now,
Yeah, good night, one and all.
Thanks,
Good night,
John.
one and all.
Yeah,
Bye.
I'll send you that, John, in a minute. Yeah,
Send me Dan's
yeah.
thing. I've
of
got it.
course.
I just can't
I'll
find
send
it.
you it. Yeah, I'll send you it again, John. 1 second.
Yeah, okay. Good night, one and all.
Yeah, and yeah. So with that, we come to the end, people. Thanks for everyone who watched us, who subscribed to us, and who liked the channel. Please subscribe and